Well, happy Tuesday. Hold on, I gotta take my thing out. How's everybody doing today? Hey, Miguel, how are you? Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday for your Tuesday talks. Sometimes we just need those Tuesday talks, don't we? Miguel, hope you're having a good day today. You doing anything fun there, Billy? Oh, hold on. Drop the phone. Drop. So everybody, come on in. Make sure you do that like, share, and everything else. Everybody doing good? Hey, Miguel. Panel links there. Anybody want to come up and join? Not really talking about anything of in particular, but we can if somebody chooses. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the news, and it's like, oh my goodness. I just don't know some days. It's hard to keep up with. You know, and I'm such a fact checker. Just having a tough time with it. To make sure it went live. Everybody got the alert. Come on in. Come on. Don't be afraid. Panel links there. I promise I will be nice today. Some days they can be nice. This year it was really nice in some of the areas, and I heard other areas are getting snow. Don't need to keep that snow up there. Hey, Mater, cheers to you, hun. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Anything new and exciting on the home fronts? Yeah, I don't have too much. Trying to finish moving my son in. He's been out of town working. Gosh, my house is like a mess. I feel disorganized. I have things that are in places they don't belong. Well, hello, Miss Lisa. How are you?
Hi, Christine. I'm trying to get my earbud to work, but it's not connecting.
I just took mine out because sometimes it moves around. You know, apparently I must have tiny ears because I can't find earbuds to fit my tiny ears.
I can't neither. I had to buy ones. There's like a little thing that goes behind your ear.
I was looking at them today.
Mine fall right out.
Hey, Auditing Australia, how are you doing? Fernando, hello. How's that baby? I haven't really talked to you about the baby. Yep, mine fall out too. And like today, oh my gosh. So I have a couple of sets, and the one set I really like, I lost one. I can't find it. I think I left it. I don't know. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But like I had the other one today. I'm leaning over cleaning toilet. They're like, oh no. I could just see it falling out into the toilet.
Mm-hmm. I almost did. No, did I do that? Oh no, I was throwing away garbage outside in my garbage bin.
Yeah.
I lifted it up and leaned over a little bit to throw it in, and I thought it fell in there, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Fernando, you're welcome to come up.
But it did.
There. Yeah, I think what happened, honestly, I think it fell out when I was at the doctor's office a couple weeks ago and can't find it. Those are the ones I like the most, so I wear it in just the one ear. Oh, the little one had her vaccines yesterday. How is she today? Is she irritable? All those vaccines I'm just not sure about, I'll be honest.
Fernando's daughter?
Huh?
Who has a vaccine?
Fernando's daughter did.
Oh. That's what I thought you said. Yeah.
You know, it's really weird. Remember the other day, were you on when somebody was saying that to get NYPD, all you needed was the GED, and I pulled up the facts and got it wrong, or I got it right and they got it wrong. And it's so funny because all of a sudden I get this email from Quora, more related to what are the requirements to join NYPD Academy. Isn't that weird?
Well, because you searched it for your phone.
I know, but I got an email on it. Isn't that weird? I can't right now. Okay, later. Okay. Too much background noise. Music on the 27th. Oh, Independence Day. Okay. It seems like there every time you're there, there's a lot of music and partying. I guess maybe that's because there's families and everything's so close together. So I cleaned floors today. You know, I got tile floors and I've got a light colored grout. Oh my God, I'm so tired of cleaning grout. Very clean grout. And I got to do it very carefully because my left side, it's a hot mess. As a hot mess. As a hot broken mess. Sometimes don't you feel that you're just a hot broken mess? I mean, it's like it was perfect Fighting Summer's channel, hot mess, because I feel like everybody's a hot mess some days. Some admit it, some don't. You still here? Lisa? Did you abandon me? Just teasing. Okay, guys, come on up. Let's get going. Let's get this party going. Tuesday Talks. Out in Australia, how are you doing? I peek in every once in a while. Hey, Katrina, hot mess is walking home. I can pop up. You're walking home. Oh, is it warmer there? Don't call me Katrina.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. It's like 40 something out, so I don't have to worry about ice tonight.
Oh, good. That's a good thing because, you know, if you're like me, slip and fall.
Oh no, I was playing Is It Wet or Is It Ice the other night.
I know.
I almost slid right down my hill to work. I was like, great, I'm gonna bust my ass, and I haven't even left work yet.
Okay, no problem. Her ears giving her problems. We're just talking about earbuds. So no, I just figured Tuesday night talk.
Right.
I wasn't really doing anything.
I'm back.
You're back. Hey, Bronze Bird, how are you?
Yeah, I don't know. My earpiece thing was. I think the battery's dying.
Oh, mine always tells me my battery's dying, doesn't yours?
It did, but when I was talking, like you weren't responding, and I'm like, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And then I heard you say, "Are you there?" And then right after that, it said, "Batteries are low."
Yeah.
I hate that.
And you're a drowning day. Why are you having a drowning day, Bronze? You called me. I was on the floor. You could have helped me do the floor. You had to float tonight. You know, you always come back up. Man, I hope you're doing good tonight. So I have a question. And I don't want this all to be about politics, but I have a serious question. I kind of know the answer, but then I don't know the answer. I do know the answer, but I don't. So I was yeah, right. I'm pissed off. I mean, oh, come on up, Amanda. How are you feeling tonight?
Christine, before you go,
That's my question.
no, well, yeah, you aren't like you're crackling again.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I
Don't
can.
disconnect, because once you disconnect, we got to start over.
I'm not disconnecting.
Okay.
I'm going to my audio.
All right. All right. Not that you've done it before.
Is this better?
Yes. Yes.
What's a clone? Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, that's not me. No, this isn't. This one here's not Amanda. This is Amanda. This is not.
Oh, there's a fake Amanda up there.
Why do we have a fake Amanda?
I don't know. There's one that says Amanda, and then there's one that says Amanda
But
Erickson.
this Amanda always has. Amanda, can you come up here and just talk? You don't have to go. I'm going to just put the
You
screen
said,
up.
Christine, that's a clone. And
I know,
think the
but look. Okay, Amanda has this dog normally.
only when she comes up.
Oh, this is her. Okay, Amanda,
But
which
when
one?
she types,
Okay.
she's got the
Okay,
crown.
hold on. I'll figure out. I'll go to the page. Hold on a second. Oh, Jesus. Why do we have a fake Amanda?
Amanda Erickson's the real. When Amanda comes up, she's got the dog as her avatar, but not down there. She's got an imposter.
I'm gonna mute so that my the noise doesn't. 'Cause there's cars.
It's okay. Are you walking, Katrina?
Yeah.
Katrina, I can't.
Yes.
I don't.
Huh?
I'm on Hot Mess, aren't I, or no?
Yes.
Well, no. I think my wrench may be gone.
Hmm?
Can you go figure out which one's Amanda so we can get the other Amanda?
Amanda Erickson is the real Amanda. The one that just says Amanda is not the real Amanda.
Hold on a sec. Maybe there's just two Amandas. Okay,
There
so
is.
this Amanda, who are you?
The one that says, honey, do you know who I am? Is the fake
Right.
Amanda.
I know, but why is she saying, do we
I'm
could have
bouncing
more
off.
than,
Because it's somebody that's, it's a, what do you guys call that?
well, but here's my question, Lisa. Maybe it's just somebody else that has Amanda.
No, it's the same dog
Well,
that
true.
she comes up here with. It's somebody that's,
Well, why are they messing with Amanda? It's okay. Katrina will fix it.
because I think Amanda was on, because people got their fifis hurt. That's why.
Okay, I'm going to put the screen up and make sure this is Amanda, okay? I'm just going to hear her talk. Hold on a second, Amanda. I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey,
Amanda.
Yes, this is very simple. Lisa is telling you the truth.
Right. Well, no,
Amanda
hold on.
Erickson in chat with Ruth Bader Ginsburg is me.
Okay.
The
I got-
other Amanda is a clone of me. It is fucking Saskatchewan, the little bitch boy from fucking Canada.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Saskatchewan, why would you do that?
Because he's a bitch.
Because Amanda put him in his place yesterday.
Well, you don't use somebody else's name and picture. Go out and get your own.
It happens in the drama community all the time. It could
Well,
be
no,
somebody
I
from
know.
drama.
I know I have a couple of them that do that. They take my picture, well, you even saw Harry take my picture.
So, Katrina is the one who has a wrench. I need that other name block, please.
Yeah, well, I usually do. So hold on a second. You guys talk. I'm gonna see if I can handle something different.
Well, the fake Amanda, it doesn't matter if we know who you are or who you're talking about. You're about to be blocked.
Right. I mean, y'all know the only time I come up, I use this or another picture.
Yeah.
So.
No, I know that. And if somebody wanted to smart enough, would have realized that. But
exactly. And obviously,
they ain't
you're
that
not very
bright.
smart.
They ain't that bright.
Nice try, though. Nice try. I'll give it to you.
Well, I noticed like the one Amanda, and then you have the Amanda Erickson. I'm like, wait, something's no. And how can?
Yeah, I don't have an account that's just Amanda.
Yeah.
Okay,
It could
I
be
took
that
care of it.
ICU. It could be that ICU.
Do what?
What was that, Christine?
I took care of it.
Thank you. I said it could be that name ICU. But yeah, I put Canada in his place last night, and I came up on panel, and I was direct, and he didn't like it, and he thought he was going to talk over me. And so he got to see another side of Amanda that nobody likes.
No. Hey, sister of Lamar. Where's Lamar and brother of Lamar? We need the whole family of Lamar. How are you feeling?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I've not felt well today, but I was just perusing through. I was sitting here listening to something else that I wanted to listen to, and I heard you say, "Hey, Amanda," and I'm like, "Well, I haven't typed in chat."
Sorry.
So you
Well,
can
I was
always
thinking.
go to the sub count. I have 100 and
Well, and that's why
60 subs.
I went to go see to look at it, and then I saw. So I just timed him out for 24 hours, and she can handle it.
Yeah, well, what they'll do is they'll make another name that's similar here in just a minute, and they'll try to find that picture, the RBG.
Yeah, but
So
we're already on to them, so
yeah, see, same thing. Sister Lamar, that's the same thing that Canada kept saying last night, that I have main character syndrome.
what's that?
I have no clue.
What the hell is that?
Christine, you're in the medical field. You've never heard of that?
I mean, one can surmise that they're saying that it's all about me. Well, we're all up here talking. I mean,
Well,
like,
it's
how is
about,
that
wait a minute, it's about me, isn't it? Wait, no, we can
right?
let it be about Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa, we'll make it about you.
All right. And I'll link it in.
You can come up here and make it about you, Sister of Lamar.
I know. Who's this sister?
Nobody said anybody was in the mental health field. Clearly, you have an issue with hearing as well.
No, I'm not
These
in
people
the,
kill me. They
I'm
really
not in
do.
the, oh gosh, my son's so pissed right now. Oh my God.
Nah, biatch.
Yeah. Suck a dick.
Oh my God. So Friday, my son was supposed to be home Friday. He's in Ohio.
I thought he was supposed to be home today.
Well,
After
hold on.
we're not there yet.
Originally, he's supposed to be home Friday. Okay. They made him drive from Ohio to Memphis for an emergency. So then they made him go back to an emergency in Ohio, then an emergency in Michigan. And then he had to go to Louisville, was supposed to fly out of Louisville, went into Chicago. Something was wrong with the plane in Chicago because he's supposed to go from Chicago to Florida. Well, now they're putting him on a different plane and he's got to go from Chicago to Charlotte. And there might not be a connecting flight to get into Florida.
Oh God. Are they?
I mean, this kid's been traveling all day and he was supposed to be home on Friday.
I mean, it doesn't make it any better, but are they at least putting him up? He doesn't have to pay for that, right?
Oh no, they pay for his food, hotel, gas,
Okay.
time on the road. He's banking.
Okay.
I mean, he's making this past week what he would probably make in a month. Hey,
Yeah.
Lennon, how are
Hey.
you tonight?
Hey, Christine, don't
Yeah.
y'all read the back chat. Don't read it out loud.
I am.
And so use that.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna jump down,
Okay.
and so I can finish what I was working
Well,
on.
I was wondering what you were mad about, though. Are you gonna tell me?
No, I'm not mad about anything. It's
Oh,
not.
okay.
That wasn't her
wasn't me.
Oh,
talking.
that was the other Amanda. Oh my God.
Christine is so confused right now.
It really is.
I don't know. I don't know if it's my Alzheimer's, my dementia, or my blonde hair. Oh, there's Lamar. Hi, Lamar.
You know, I'm not mad about anything.
I'm glad I have you all to keep me just straight. I have a question. Maybe if you got 1 minute, okay?
Sure.
So I was listening to the press conference today, and somebody asked if Elon was running Doge. And they said no, because he's only a temporary thing and he only has like 180 days or something like that, my understanding is, or 135 days that he can do the position he's doing. But she said that, well, but I'm not going to disclose who it is on the podium. So what I got out of it, there's somebody behind Elon Musk pulling his puppet strings and he's just the face, or they're flat out lying to us and Elon is doing it all.
I didn't watch it. I've been busy today, but I saw a little snippet, and supposedly there's a female that's the actual director of Doge or something, the administrator.
Who is it?
I call bullshit. That's my
So do
personal
I.
opinion. So
Why are they lying to the American people?
they're trying to deflect because
Well,
so many people have said Elon's really the president.
Well, no, I think you want to know what I think it is? I think they got this made up position, put Elon Musk in it when this position should be handled by Congress.
Right,
And
of course.
that's the way the United States is supposed to run.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, it's a constitutional.
Yes.
All of our, I mean, you know what I'm saying. All those agencies are constant. I mean, excuse me, are congressionally funded. So
Yeah. It's Congress that should be doing this. So if you want this fixed, then make Congress do their jobs. It's what they're getting paid for.
well, they're doing their job tonight. The House just took a vote, uh,
On,
216 to 213, the budget proposal, and it passed
well,
because
you
Republicans have the
can do
majority.
it would.
They're doing their job.
Yeah. Well, I was listening today and they're saying, oh, it could shut down again March 13th. I'm like, no, they're not. Let Trump shut it down. I want to see it. Let him shut it down. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it, and everybody's. Well, there's certain people on another channel that thought that Trump put the Maine governor in her place. Well, she came out today and told Trump, if you remove funding from us, you won't get any more federal tax dollars from us.
Who said that?
The governor of Maine.
Oh, I heard that he cut $80 million in their program for the migrants or something.
I don't know if it was this has to do with DEI and something.
Right. Why? No, Maine, I think, is the women's sport that she went off
Right,
on him.
right, which is a DEI issue, and
Right.
so
Why? Okay, so I have a question. Somebody else told me this, and I'm not understanding. I must have being blonde moment. Maybe it's the drugs I'm on. Maybe it's the pain I'm dealing. I don't know. But let's say men and women's sports. Why is that a DEI issue?
he's using the DEI thing as a talking point to tell his base that that he has done something about the issue. In my opinion, it is not a DEI issue.
Okay. Okay. I
That's
didn't think
my opinion
so.
because he doesn't. Everybody's been bitching about trans men or whatever in women's sports when not one person has ever said conversely the opposite direction.
Sure.
And
Well, here's something I want to bring up. And this is the talking point, okay? And I understand there was a boxer and it was a man in the woman's sport transitioning and he beat the pulp out of that woman's face. Okay, I get it. I get it. It was a terrible sight to
well,
see.
she is actually a female.
Right, right. Because isn't she a hermaphrodite and she
Yes, with
chose?
some
Yes,
kind of chromosome issue.
correct,
But
correct.
she hears you, bird.
Night bird, how you doing, baby?
Yes, she hears you, honey.
I know.
Oh, by
My
the
dog.
way, I'm an 850-pound cat lady. I have like 100 cats, just so y'all know.
Why do you have 100 cats?
I don't know. That's what I was told last night by Canada, but yet I always have dogs barking, or a dog barking.
Yeah, and you have a GS, so they don't like cats.
I know, and you guys have seen my picture, and I clearly don't weigh 850 pounds. But hey, who am I?
Hey, I'm up to 900. I beat you.
Oh, really? I have to have a Hoyer lift to get around. They have to take the side of my house down. Every time I want to go somewhere, they just flip the side of the house down, and they use a crane. So, anyway, sorry, I digress.
It's okay. We all have those moments. But no, I'm just trying, and what, as I was saying, hey, J1, let me just finish one thing. What I'm not understanding, that is his only talking point in men and women's sports. And I'll tell you, I don't totally agree with it, with men and women's sports. I truly don't. But he takes one thing to make it his talking point, and everybody's up in arms because of one thing.
Yeah, I get it. I get it completely. And yes,
Hey,
Jay, I
Marcy.
tweet. Um, I don't have Twitter, so I read it and closed it out.
Oh,
Lisa, all that noise. Somebody, can you mute her?
Amanda,
Yes.
I think it was 2 nights ago. I was listening to another panel, and it was you and two other people talking about the definition of perspective. I couldn't stop laughing. Not at you, but I was, just how funny it was.
Oh, that was Kramos. He's a freaking. Anyway, he's not even worth my time.
I was saying perspective. I even had me confused. I had to look up. I even took out a dictionary to look up perspective when I was listening to that.
And what did you come up with? What's perspective?
Is there like a point of view? Like, right? What's your point of view?
Basically, and
Correct.
he just kept yelling that. It was really just odd and out of left field.
Like, Christine, what's your perspective on life? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Well,
Depends.
guys,
Depends which day it is.
I have to take care of something really quick. Do what I. If you have any concerns again about what I put in the back, and you can always email me too. So
Yeah. Yes.
and I will obviously respond to you as soon as I get it. But thank you so much for letting me up, and I might be up later. I need to
Okay.
take a few things here at the house. So
Yeah. Why don't you do a few things? Come back and visit us. I enjoy talking with you.
thank you so much, y'all. See you
Bye,
soon.
hon.
Bye bye.
Bye.
So J1, what's up with you, babes?
Clean my bird cage.
You're always cleaning your bird cage or doing dishes.
Yeah, I do it every once a day. The bird, I clean the bottom because they're, messy. But what you think about Moody? Moody, Senator Moody. She's like a little brat when she's in the bad mood. Christine.
If it was a man, would you call him a brat?
All right. Is there another word? A little girl?
Really? She's a woman.
I mean,
How about a child?
a child? Oh yeah, child.
But why are you saying she's a child? What happened that
I
she's
don't
a
even know
child?
what you're talking about.
He's talking about Moody that's here in Florida.
She was defending a Trump issue, but the news, the person that was interviewing her was kind of like attacking her, or not attacking her, but like
No, he was
presenting.
aggressive. That person was very aggressive towards her.
Oh, you saw it? Did you watch it?
Yeah, a little bit of it.
Oh, all right. Right? Oh, all right.
So that person was a little aggressive. What was she supposed to do? Just take it? No,
Yes.
Moody's not going to take it. Nope, she will not take it. She will stand her ground.
All right.
I told you I have no problem with Moody. Just as I have no problem at this point yet with Bondi.
Yeah, she looks like you, Christine.
She doesn't look like me.
Yeah, same hair, same facial features. Yeah. No?
Okay, I'm going to let you up, but we're going to play nice, right? Hey, how are you?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, Christine, what's up?
Not what you doing?
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Lisa.
Hey,
So what
Dylan,
makes you think she was a brat? Her words or the way she spoke?
What's that?
Are
Are you talking to me?
No.
I'm talking to J1. We're finishing the conversation. Honey.
No, she's talking to Jay.
Sure.
Christine, I like Casey DeSantis. I'm going to vote for her when I get a chance.
Hey,
She's a
Martha.
Republican.
Marcy.
I don't know, Christine. How old is she? She looks like she's 24. She's young, right?
No, she's, I'm thinking late 30s.
30? Oh, pretty young. That's pretty young, right, for a senator?
Hold on, let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on.
All right, Christine, you know what she reminds me of? When you give your daughter or a child a piece of candy and then you take it away and they start complaining?
Why would you give your child candy and take it away?
Right.
Or
DeSantis, Casey DeSantis is 44.
joyful? Oh no, I mean Moody. Moody. She's young, right? She looks young.
Oh yeah. She's in her 40s. Hold on, I'm sure she
Lamar.
is. Huh?
Who is Lamar?
Oh, Lamar just comes and visits us. There's Lamar's sister, Lamar's brother, the whole
Yeah, I know.
family
I see
comes.
them all the time. They
Lamar's
talk about me,
cousin.
and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Oh yeah, Christine. Moody reminds me of when you have a daughter and she wants to hang out with her friends on a school night, and you say no, you can't.
She's 49.
Oh, well, she looks pretty. She looks young, pretty young. But you get it right. You can't go out with your friends on a school night,
Okay.
and then the daughter starts complaining. "Oh, why? Why not? Why not?" Because
Yeah.
she kind of looks reminds me of that.
That she's the whiner?
Yeah. No. Say something,
Canada.
Christine.
Okay, hold on a second. Sass,
Yeah,
why is
Yeah.
Canada Dry saying that ain't me?
I'm Canada, not Lamar.
Well, I know you're not Lamar.
Okay.
I know you're not Lamar. You're not Lamar's brother, and you're not Lamar's sister.
Someone was in here saying that I was Lamar, and I'm like, "The fuck."
No, we know who Lamar is. Lamar's family comes and visits us all the time. Right, Lamar? And Lamar's sister and Lamar's brother. They're in here all the time.
Who's on first? What's on second?
That's how I
That's
feel.
on third.
One day when they first started coming, I'm like, sister of Lamar. Then I see brother of
Sister of
Lamar, or
Lamar.
Lamar's brother. I'm like, what the heck? We're making it there. See, there's the sister.
Crazy.
And there's Lamar. We get the whole family. We are a family affair, right?
Look at this homie.
You're feeling some type of way. I'm feeling some type of way too. Why does that sound sus as fuck? I don't know, Marcy. Hey, Money, what's up, baby doll?
Very
Haven't
sus.
you guys all seen the sister of Lamar, the brother of Lamar's brother and Lamar?
No. I feel
They're
like
in
I'm
here
on
all
a
the
sick-
time.
I feel like I'm on a sitcom right now.
The Lamar family sitcom. There you go, Lamar family. See, we fam, yo. Oh, they are funny though. Oh, here comes Miss Summer, maybe. So anyway, hey, Summer. You muted?
No, I'm not muted.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
changing this background though. Got me
Oh,
confused as
okay.
fuck. I'm like, dude, I did not want to go to live on talk shit, but it's just the background. You change it for me, my Wi-Fi's not picking it.
Yeah, I can change the background. That's not a big deal. Well, I thought you had that up. I don't know. Let's change.
We have to make, yeah. I got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay. You got it. Thank you very much. I was just getting ready to change it. We were just
Yeah, that's
explaining the
confusing.
Lamar
Yeah, that's fine.
family.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? There we go.
Lisa
My brain
said
was
she-
not registering that. So. All right, go ahead. I'm going to jump off. I'll let you guys because I can't talk.
You okay? Oh. Get out of here. Oh, a little sick. So you think she whines too much, or you just didn't like her tone?
He said Miss Moody is too moody.
Yeah. You know what she reminds me of? When you tell your wife you can't have that chocolate, and she complains.
Why would you tell your wife you can't have that chocolate?
Why are you telling kids? Why are you taking kids' candy away and telling your wife they can't have chocolate?
Or another example, you tell your kid you can't see Santa Claus. You know, you take your,
Well, that's
the
just
kid to the
mean.
mall.
Jonathan, I can tell you don't have children. Right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We'll see you in a bit, sweetheart. Well, I don't know. I can't remember what that. I felt that reporter was badgering.
Right. Oh, Christine, you watch political news just like me. Oh,
I watched some today. I was watching some yesterday. I was watching some today. I wasn't really watching. I was just listening to it with my ear pod in while I was doing things.
oh, did you hear about DeSantis? He created his own Doge.
Because he does not want Doge to come into the state of Florida and start destroying it like he's doing the rest of the country.
Oh, Christine, is it true that DeSantis and Trump they have beef? There's beef.
They've always had a beef
Why? When they
because DeSantis is in his mind is a powerful, very qualified man. Look at his history. He is a very well-spoken, educated, qualified man. He is a politician. He was a JAG. You see where I'm coming from? Where's Trump's qualifications? And then when Trump moved to Florida, he thought he was going to try to dictate to DeSantis how to run Florida. DeSantis said no.
oh
Yeah.
That's why. I see.
So do you see why there's a little bit of a problem?
Oh yeah, I forgot. And he ran in the primaries too, right?
He did. And I'll tell you, if he didn't run against Trump, he probably would have won.
And then beating Harris, you think?
Yeah. DeSantis probably would have won.
Is it too late for him? Like, should he think about 2028?
Absolutely, he should, and he'll be ready about then.
And who should take his spot? Oh, I think I always ask you this question. Who should be the next governor of Florida? I always ask you. I forget. We have Casey, right? DeSantis. You have Byron Donalds. You have who's that? Nikki Fried. You know what's that? Nikki Fried, Christine?
Nikki Fried, I don't think is ready. I really like the Lieutenant Governor Nunez.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah, Nunez.
Hey, Sean, how are you doing, sweetheart? You can come
Going
up
on
with
over
me.
there?
Over
there.
here. We're over here.
We are over here,
Yes, not there.
not over there.
Right.
Christine, you over there?
No, I'm not. I'm here.
You over here?
Uh-huh.
Christina, I think what's his name? Saskatoon? How you say it? Saskatoon?
Saskatchewan.
I changed it from Saskatchewan to Saskatoon.
Oh, you're from Ontario.
Saskatoon is a city in Saskatchewan.
I knew that.
Christina, I think you should block him because that's an inappropriate avatar.
Should I change my avatar? Is that inappropriate?
I'm just joking.
I was like, what's wrong with his avatar?
I'm just
I had
joking.
to look at it. Okay, I'm like, what's wrong? What am I missing?
It's King Kong looking in the window.
Oh, it's yeah. Cool. You created that avatar, or you got it from?
It's
Okay,
another
Sean.
like clothing brand I like. It's just from a T-shirt.
Cool. So you're from Ontario. Oh, well, actually, do you like Justin Trudeau?
I do not like Justin Trudeau, but I am in Ontario, brother. Yeah, I like that you remembered that.
Yeah. What about what's his name? Doug Ford.
Man, yeah, Doug. So Doug Ford's the brother. Man, when I was a kid, the mayor of Toronto was Rob Ford. Okay,
Yeah, I remember.
and have you ever heard of Rob Ford?
Yeah, I remember him. He said some.
He did wild stuff, bro. But you know what's interesting?
Mhm.
Looking back, people loved Rob Ford. He did some kind of like he did some out there shit. Like he was caught like, you know, smoking crack, like all this stuff. But
Yeah,
the thing is he was a real Toronto citizen. He was really at football games, like youth football games, helping coach. He was really there's this really interesting like video of him, and he had this wallet full of politician cards. So discounts for parking, free parking tickets, free meals at certain restaurants. And there's this video of him, and he just unloads it all. And he's like, "Why is this given to me and all these rich politicians? This needs to be out there for you, the people who don't have money. I have money. I can pay for food at the coffee store, and they're giving me free coffees." He was a really like down to earth guy who had some issues, but it just made him more real, you know?
How about him? Was he like mayor for like 8 years, or was it like one term?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pro Rob Ford. I don't know about Dougie though.
Who's Carney?
Carney. So Carney is the new liberal leader that they want to come after Trudeau, but I don't
Okay, so
think
explain. Okay, so explain to me what what liberal is in Canadian, please. First, is it the same as in the United States? What do you
I don't know. I
classify
was
as
talking
liberal?
to someone about this the other day, like where someone was saying that they think cancel culture is bigger where I am than it is where you are. Like y'all don't be canceling each other over your political views the same way we
Oh,
do.
yes, we do.
And I'm sure you do. And I don't know who it was that gave me that perspective. And I was kind of like,
I've lost some really good friends over cancel culture because of political beliefs.
same here, yeah.
I mean, friends that I've had for 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah, same.
It's sad because you know something? 10
I've
years
lost
ago.
family members just to like not even I lost a family member right when it like the Greta thing started. I got in this like small argument with a cousin, and she's like, "I have kids and a husband and I don't need to debate with you," and she just wrote me off right away, and I was like, "Oh, okay." But I was really like when Greta was making waves, I was kind of so something about me is like I like to stay in the middle. Like I will listen to both sides of a theory or a conspiracy and not completely subscribe to a side, but just try to get all the information from each one. And when Greta was coming out, I just saw all these people like up in arms about how great she was. And something about it, I don't even know what it was, but something about it to me did just seem off. And I was kind of trying to voice that, and she just went nuts. So yeah, no, I hear you. Like losing friends and family over just debate, it's hard because I don't know.
No, I get it. I get it because
They
I
say
think,
don't discuss religion and politics.
well, and you shouldn't, but you know something? Ever since Trump in 2016, well, I guess it started about 2014, that's when it all seemed to have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anybody that
I don't
is a
disagree.
diehard Trump.
Here's the same
supporter,
way like 9/11
never
changed the
gonna
world,
forget.
Donald Trump becoming president changed the world. Like there's pre and post 9/11 and there's pre and post Donald Trump. Like very clear eras.
What were you saying, Lisa? I'm sorry.
I just said like anybody that is like a diehard Trump supporter, it's like talking to a wall.
That's how I feel. And you know, I used to be a
Never
Trump
gonna get
supporter.
anywhere. Yeah, but you could. There's a difference between supporting Trump and being that Magna.
Yeah, thinking he's my Lord and Savior and one man can
Yeah,
save the world.
like
Yeah.
they go to some sort of temple to praise him on Tuesdays. Yeah.
Wednesdays,
So
Thursdays, Fridays, Saturday, and Sundays
Saturday,
too.
Sunday.
I not like I agree with both of you, but on the Trump thing, I think a lot of that MAGA shit, like this might even be wrong, but just like from the outside looking in, it almost looks like team mentality. Like you know when you like
Did you say team or teen?
team like you guys have never it never really felt like you guys have had a president who creates that much like hype at a rally and stuff, and it almost felt like I could see people who are being like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like
But it's like,
he's
you
got
know,
the pep rally down, and I feel like there's a
because
lot of people who are easily influenced by the pep rally.
you're right, and I agree. I have to agree there. And my big thing is like, you know, he used to do the show The Apprentice. You were fired,
Right,
and that's what I feel he's doing here
for sure.
with the American people. He's doing cancel
Yeah, in his own way, he
culture.
cancels people. You're totally right about that. Yeah, no,
Well, I'm not good with cancel culture.
it's hard for me to be pro-Trump because I'm in Canada, but there have been things he said that I've like maybe thought, oh, that's interesting, but I don't really side. It's hard for me to side with anyone over there.
Maybe one day he'll be your
Well,
president.
Shit, eh?
No. Okay, Marcy. Hey, BP and CBP. I'm going to tell you something. It's not only Canadians. You know, as Canadians, you're outside looking in, and you see that. Imagine how us Americans are here, and we're in it, trying to figure it out because it looks like that way to me. I feel like
Yes,
it's this cult.
it is for sure.
Jimmy Jones, drink the Kool-Aid.
Does Canada look a little bit liberal culty though?
Yeah, Canada looks very well, but Canada. Here's the thing that,
It's
yeah,
like we're two sides of the same coin. Like,
but no, here's the thing that I see from Canada.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Canada is very spread out, and your provinces, all of them are different. And whoever's in that province, they have strong beliefs. It's like you don't have a province that has belief on both, just on one. Does that make sense?
I would say the closest thing to a centrist population would be Ontario.
Hey, Summer.
What's up, beautiful people? My bad. Listen, Christine, you'll probably understand. My TBI, right? I went out and checked like 3 times, no bullshit, if we were on Hot Mess Channel or not. I was like, why is this not Talk Your Inch? My brain, when you have brain injury, sometimes it just, and Christine knows what I'm getting about because she's worked with people like me. But it was just would not. I was like, what? It would not register that it was okay that we were on Hot Mess with Talk Your Inch Banner. It was just not letting me. It was a mess. So my bad on that earlier, but I didn't say it because I don't have great reception where I'm at.
Oh, it's like, and I didn't pay attention. I'll be honest, I didn't even pay attention because people were up here, and I really don't look at the banner so much in the back.
No, it's all good. It's my whack of the brain. It's just ignore me. I got the shoes.
You know, I had to look where I was at too because there was another Amanda in here, but the wrench wasn't working. Well, the wrench wasn't working because I had an alt.
Oh, yeah.
So I was real confused where I was at. I'm telling you, I thought we were on Ish. I'm like, where am I?
What did you have
That's
the
all
Let's
right.
Play banner up?
Yeah, my the Talk Ish banner, yeah. And I was
I
looking,
didn't even
and I was
notice.
like, I told her, I said, let's go to, because I just don't, you know what I mean? Like later on is cool, whatever, but when I'm at work, I just don't like a lot of rah-rah, you know what I mean? Because I just
Yeah.
try to keep myself in a clear
Yeah.
mode, you know what I mean? If I'm at home, then it's one thing. If it's a rah-rah, I got some sleep now, so I'll be all right. But yeah, I was like, I thought we were going on Hot Mess. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
understand what is going on. And then I would go out and I'm like, no, maybe I read it wrong. And so then I'd go back out again and I'm like, no, that's how it best, but my brain's just fucking stupid. How's everybody
Well,
doing tonight?
I don't
That's like the
I don't
person
handle
with
the rah-rah as well as Summer does. Summer puts the rah-rah in place when need to be. I'm like, abba.
I needed some sleep last night. I got some sleep last night, and everybody's like, I had tons of people like reaching out to me. It's like, are you going live? I was knocked out. I didn't get none of those messages today. J1 was sending me music videos. Other people were like, are you going live? And I was like, I woke up at like midnight, 12:30. I was like, they'll figure it out. 420 had a thing going. I was like, cool. I was like, I guess again, I try to push through even though things like, aren't that like to me in my brain they ain't that bad, but like being that Thursday night, that shit fucked me up, man. Like it fucked me up a lot more than I realized.
Yeah.
So it was good to get some
sometimes
sleep last night.
you just need a break though. You know what I
Well,
mean?
but when you have hypothermia and every body,
Yeah, I
every
had
muscle.
Go ahead, Christine. My bad.
No, I was just trying to explain when you have hypothermia, every muscle tightens up and contracts.
Yeah.
And until your brain lets you know that you're okay, it'll stay that contracted. And that's why she's been so much pain and brain fog and weak and exhausted because her brain didn't tell her body that she's okay yet.
Why do your muscles tighten up though? What is your body trying
Because
to do?
it's trying to keep the blood going to the brain.
And apparently mine was a lot worse than I realized because I was just like, oh, I'm fine. And because that's how I am anytime, anything. I mean, I got in a car accident a couple years ago and I was like telling the cops, like, let me take you to the hospital. I'm like, no, I've got to get my car home. No, I'm fine. I obviously had to go to the hospital afterwards. I'm just, when I get hurt or something like that, or I'm scared, I just have to be home. I want to be home. It's my safe spot. And I don't give a fuck if I'm bleeding to death. I'm going to be like, I want to go home. So I guess I just didn't realize how bad until the next day that I was talking to Christine and she was like, yeah. And then my husband too, he was like, yeah, I think you are way off worse shape than you realized you were, young lady. You better be lucky you fucking got home.
Yeah.
So
yeah. You're so lucky. God, you're so lucky. And that's why I'll tell you, like some of your homeless people, when you get several cold nights in a row, the first night, they're going to feel that contracting and everything, but they're trying to get a little warmth, and they have more than what you do sometimes out there, with the blankets or extra layering and things like that.
Yeah, because I didn't have any of that shit fucking thing.
Right. And by the third night when they're out there, their body's in trouble if they don't get warmth. And that's why people die of hypothermia.
Yep. But anyway, I'm feeling better now. So I mean, I'm still a little sore and stuff, but I'll be all right. How's everybody's day going?
Good.
You're a survivor, Summer. You're a survivor.
Well, yeah, because I just rehearsed it in my mind. Louisville PD. I cannot find Summer Dickerson. She was at this building last. Will you please go find Summer Dickerson? I could just hear Louisville PD, the entire department.
They'd be like, oh yeah, we'll go find that bitch, all right? And we're going to go put that bitch in a fucking ditch. That's what's going to happen.
I know. It's like, oh
I'm
my
sorry,
God.
I just saw across the bleach looking for me. But I mean, it would have been the only thing we had.
Oh, I had the numbers and everything.
I was telling my coworker, I said, it would have been so funny to see those fucking cameras. I said, because y'all, I can tell you guys, like, I was like, no, bitch, you are not going to freeze to death because ain't nobody making fun of you in the fucking news. I'm so. I just know how my city is. And I'll be like, that stupid bitch locked herself out and then she died. Just like that. I'd be like, fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm going to hunt all you bastards.
And she had everything she needed to survive, but it was in the car.
Yeah. Yep. Every sternos, hot hands, gloves, jackets, blankets, everything you could think of. And she
Just
froze it
couldn't
and
get
sitting
to
next to her fucking car.
Okay, Amanda, we'll see you in a bit. Summer, there was a fake Amanda in here. Somebody
Uh-huh.
trying to harass her. And I just put him in a 24-hour timeout at this point.
That's fine. Yeah, if we know it's not her, then yeah, you can block it. When it's an alt like that and we know for sure it's not her, then yeah,
Yeah.
just block it.
Yeah, they took her dog and dog picture and everything. So
I thought I seen it. At first I was like, wait,
Here's
what? Why are
what
we timing Amanda out? But then I looked and I was like, oh, that's an alt.
well, I'm like trying to figure out who's Amanda. They're telling me it's like, where's Amanda? Will the real Amanda get up here?
Right? Like the Eminem talk. Will the real Amanda get up?
I mean, that's how I felt. Well, and then she came up, and then I handled it, and it's like, oh my god.
She came up and she explained to her, and she went back and she timed her out, and she's like, so why are you so upset? She's like, I wasn't upset, that was the fake Amanda. She still couldn't figure it out. Oh god.
Like, oh my gosh.
So confused.
I was so confused. I'm like, am I having a blonde moment, an Alzheimer's moment? What moment am I having today?
It's all right.
I think
Dude,
I
it
have
was
all the.
so nice today.
Oh,
sorry,
you
go
were as
ahead.
warm as we were.
I know, it was beautiful. I went tanning. I went and got my nails done. I sat outside for a little bit, just breathing in that beautiful sun. Oh, it was wonderful. That's what makes me feel better is fucking nature. Fuck a doctor. Give me a tree. Sun.
Summer.
Yes.
I would like to do a one-on-one interview with you. It'll be questions with Summer.
Can we do it when I'm not working?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do a dry run, Jay. What would be your first question?
You know, J1, have you ever seen the interview, The Life of Summer?
No. Where can I find that?
You talking about the documentary?
Yeah.
And part 2, The Summer of Life.
I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll get it and maybe play it.
It's my
It's
documentary. I gotta do an updated version. But yeah, I have a documentary. It actually won awards, believe it or not.
Is it on your YouTube channel?
I think
She's
Katrina
about to
got
play
it
it.
last time. Oh, she is?
Yeah, I'm gonna hook up my computer and play it. I gotta find it, but I'll play it. Continue talking.
Katrina might have it. Yeah, I have my own documentary. Believe it or not, I have a script out for a movie too. I just ain't never fucking finished it. And a book that's waiting for me to finish too.
We should work on your
Procrastinate.
script in this chat. Let's finish
No,
that.
I can't do it. No. First of all, I have a contract with a director and stuff like that, so I wouldn't be able to do that anyway. And then on top of that, it's very, very triggering because it goes
Fair
into
enough.
my life story. And yeah, I mean, like
Are
it
you
gets so
don't
triggering.
necessarily
that
want this reading
you have
script.
to. Hold on, let me finish, please, baby. So we cannot talk over each other. I don't want to yell or anything like that, and anybody think I'm yelling. I'm trying to work on my tones because the other night I bleeped out. And Canada, you weren't in here when I, sorry about all that. But sometimes, my PTSD just gets the best of me, and I'm just like, man, fuck everybody and everything. And you just have to give me a little grace. I dealt with 3 people dying. I almost died. And I just was not in the mood to hear a bunch of shit the other night. So I'll own my shit when I do that. But all I ask is for the people that support me understand that, I got a lot on my plate. And sometimes it's going to happen.
Summer, you're
My bad.
fine. You're totally okay. Yeah.
I know,
Summer,
but I still feel like. Go ahead.
Are you in a good mind frame for me to play this?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So that doesn't bother me at all.
Okay. I just want
And
to make sure.
I get to see my sissy. It's almost our
Yeah.
anniversary anyway, so.
Yeah.
No, I'm in a good mindset. But yeah, just sometimes it happens. You know what I mean? Like I'll sometimes, hell, I've had to go to Lisa and be like, "Hey, dog, my bad. I completely was a bitch the other night." You know what I mean? Like I just sometimes it happens, and I will always hold myself accountable. But in the moment, I will not. So just please
Oh.
give me grace. That's all I ask.
No, yeah, Summer, you're totally fine. Like I know I got carried away like there with like when we were joking around and it just went too far. Like I totally get it. And like I just have like it's just like back in high school, you know, like a teacher would give me shit no matter what it was, I'd just be a dick back and then afterwards realize that I was the idiot, you know. So like that's my
No,
bad,
it's
you know.
okay.
Like,
Listen, we're both good. We got baggage, baby. We got baggage. So there might be days that we're like, fuck you, fuck you. But I'm always gonna come back and be like, get your ass here, Sass. You're a part of the fam.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? So
sure, yeah, no, and same for you. Yeah, I straight up you did nothing wrong. So yeah. And I apologize for egging on the ship we were on. I know it went too far. So
it's all good. It's said and over with. We're all good. I just wanted to, I had said that to everybody, and I didn't know if you were around or not, but I didn't see you, so I just wanted to say that to you too, like, because that's a part of accountability. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I missed you. It's funny though, because like last night, someone was like going into me last night, and they're like, "You're always having issues on panel," and I'm like, "I did have one with Summer, but like we always get along." Like,
Yeah. Sometimes the issues just old baggage. That's all. But yeah, so I did this documentary when I first got out of the life, and I was actually, I was actually in the beginning of my walk, and I was opening my shelter at that time. So we were fixing the shelter. I know, Christine, like it's in my tell your story thing. The clip of it is,
Okay.
but I feel like I got it somewhere else too.
Well,
But I know
just
that
asked.
it's there.
I just put in the thing. I asked Katrina if she has. I know she's walking home. Oh, there she is. I just walked home.
Oh yeah. Well, give me a second, and I might be able to. I think I have it. I have the actual clip, so just give me like
Okay.
10 minutes.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. I got my computer up, and if you can put it in back chat.
What year was it? You know?
It was like
You can
I did it back in 2000 and like maybe 18, 17, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, when I was opening my
There's one
shelter,
here
so I think it
with
was
you.
2016. Huh?
There's one with you. It says National Awareness of Anti-Human Trafficking. That was January 11, 2021. It's about 15 minutes. I don't know if that's it.
That's probably one of the. I've got many stories out about my stuff. I don't know which one that one is.
You're like sitting on the stairs. Yeah.
Continue chatting. I'm just on her page looking for it.
Hold on.
Looking at culture as another front in the fight. And it really helps to promote and realize that the illustrate of that approach.
When Walter wasn't promoting black artists, he found time to court class power.
So, J1, what else you have to say? I'm still interested in what you think Moody did wrong.
How was your day, Christine?
Busy. I felt halfway decent where I had to do some cleaning.
You feeling okay? You feeling all right?
I'm healing.
Let's see. Pizza night this Friday?
Of course, it's pizza night every Friday.
Oh, okay. I had pizzas yesterday. Extra cheese, medium pie, crispy.
Just cheese?
Yeah, extra cheese, crispy. I'm gonna say like crispy or well done. I think it's well done. That's how you say it, right? A
Yeah.
whole pie, crispy, well done. Yeah.
Well, when I eat pizza, I only eat 1 or 2 pieces.
I'm a Domino's guy. I like Domino's pizza. I know that's not real pizza.
You like what?
Domino's?
Hmm.
No, that's not. You know, Christine, I like to do a one-on-one interview for you.
Domino's.
Yeah, Domino's.
It's so funny because Domino's is probably the least of my favorites pizzas, but I was told I got to get the deep dish with the dark box.
New York has one of the best pizzas around, and he's getting Domino's.
You sure it's New York pizza? Some people will say Chicago.
It's different pizza. Chicago's a deep dish.
Oh, okay.
I put a
I
clip
got
of it in the back, but that's
Yeah.
the only thing I could find right now. I was trying to like breathe. That fucking hill kills me.
No,
I'm not doing anything right now.
Oh, shit.
But he really wanted to be known for life.
Katrina, you can't take the bus going home?
I live in the country. We don't have buses. We don't have trains. We don't have Uber. Doesn't even come out to where I live.
And next thing you know, the guy throws me up against the wall.
Did you say you found a good thing?
A clip of it, a 5-minute clip. We got the 5-minute clip. Okay, so everybody mute, and I'm going to play this, okay? Everybody in chat, this is part of the life of the story of Summer. So let's get this going. Let's present. Share screen. Chrome.
Oh, wait. Summer, quick question. Is it true?
No, J1, mute.
So I go
Oh,
on.
mute. Okay. I'm gonna mute up.
Next thing you know, the guy throws me up against the wall and puts 357 in my head. And the whole time, this gun is going up and down my face. Now, most people might think I'm crazy, but I know I'm not. The next thing I know, the gun goes down, and I hear a voice. And it was not his, and it was not mine.
It's echoing.
I got into my truck, left, and I never looked back. And of course, I had to go around and act like nothing happened. What are you going to do? I'm going to call the police. And I mean, I've been raped by cops while they were in uniforms. I'm going to call them and tell them, so I was a prostitute and I just went to this really nice house and this guy tried to kill me. It's his word against mine. Was I going to go home and tell my husband so I could lose everything? Oh, hell no. Not a chance. So I went and I got high for a little bit and I went home. Ended up going to a Bible study, which they had been trying to get me to go for a while, but I wouldn't go. But I went this time and I was like, I got some things to think about. I became a Christian. I got all kinds of emotions I never knew I had. A year to the day.
This is actually
My best friend was killed with a 357.
And so I have her watch over me while I'm making the soap, and I talk to her.
While her kids and everybody was in the house. The customer came to where she was and killed her.
So right now we're gonna release, and each balloon represents one of the 7 street angels. I'm gonna start, and Lisa, this is for you. I love you with all my heart and soul.
She used to be like, Summer, you need to come to Bible study. I'm like, girl, I ain't going to a Bible study. I was like, you got the hell I'm gonna do in a Bible study. I was like, the place is gonna burn down as soon as I walk in there. I was like, and then, God can't help me. If he could have helped me, he would have helped me a long time ago. And she's like, no, I need you to start coming. So slowly but surely, to please her, I went a couple times. And But I had this joy like couldn't nobody take.
He will never allow the righteous to shake.
When people talk about that fire, once you become, the Holy Spirit gets in you. And I remember I was just like, people need to know about this. This is ridiculous. This is happening right here in our city. This is happening. This isn't happening just over in Asia, people. Like, it's right here, Louisville, Kentucky. I started a Bible study in the park, actually. I would be like, hey, I put it on Facebook. I'm like, hey, I'm doing a Bible study. I didn't know the first thing about doing a Bible study, okay? Like, I had some little Bible, and I'm like, we'll just read out of it. But people were coming.
I'm going to go get you. I'm going to protect you. Man, God is awesome, awesome, awesome sauce.
Yeah.
And then
all my life, I've been told you're going to be just like your mother. You ain't shit. You're going to die. You're a horrible mother. And for the first time in my life, there were people around me that truly believed in me and were giving me keys to churches and giving me a house so women can rebuild their life up. Such a long way in such a short time. And so here you go, baby girl. We were going to house women. That way they can get the things that I was never able to get. And so they can start over and be whole. I just want to give them a safe spot that they can break down everything that they've learned and rebuild everything up in the new identity that they have. So this is going to be the Well House. We will be offering parenting classes and art therapy and mentoring, a mentoring program. We will do cooking classes. We will do just pretty much everything that you need to live life. Some people don't know those things, the simple little things. We'll have drug rehabilitation classes, GD classes. I still try to, help them in any way that I can. And, let's not forget, I'm only 2 years out of this. I'm in the process of healing myself. Anything spiral me down into, especially being a survivor of traumatic stuff, PTSD and stuff, it's real, man. And it's insane how you do get thrown in these situations. Like they always say, I'm not going to take you. And that makes it really hard sometimes. And that's why I put myself back in counseling. So I can also be good. Because the old saying is you can't give when you don't have nothing to pour out. And so if I'm just a ratchet mess, I'm no good to nobody. She went to go try to fight me. And so all I did was hold my Bible. And I was like, girl, I'm not fighting you. And she would, it was weird. You had to see it. I want to empower these women and then watch them empower other women. Because I got hope now. I got more hope than air in my lungs.
That was actually the first draft. That was done for the documentary. Bounce your bow wow.
Pretty powerful. This is just the
Heavy,
clip,
Summer. That's
Is
heavy.
there more to it? Or is
That's
it
just
other
the first cut. I have to when I park, I'll send her the whole cut. That was the one that we cut. That was like the first cut.
But the whole documentary is about you. It's not like 5
Yeah,
other
it's about me.
women okay.
No, I don't tell anybody else's story.
I like your hair short.
Never been. Until my hair's been growing out.
There's one where it looks like it was shaved in the back, and it's kind of.
It was shaved on the side and went around.
That looks good. Pretty.
Yeah, the only time I've been in other documentaries where other people have also told their stories, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't tell people's stories. feeling, she could be well. So what's that? Y'all so quiet.
That was heavy, Summer. I don't know what to say. I, I don't have any lighthearted conversation now.
That's all good. Thank you, Michelle. Love you, girl.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's. I guess I'm a little speechless. I don't know what to say. You're a strong person, Summer. Blow me away.
Yeah. That blow me away at times too. 'Cause I don't know how the fuck I'm still here. But here I am. Bow, bow, bow. I want to find the other one though. That way you guys can see it like once it's all came all together. Because like my husband speaks in it. One of my associates speaks in it. But I have to wait till should be. I think I know where it's at. I just have to get
Is it on your YouTube page?
Give me a second.
Would it be in your Facebook?
That's where I'm looking up. I think it's in my messenger.
Yeah, and if you go through your Facebook videos, it might be in that. Why do cats stink so bad? Mine's got something wrong with its ass, I think. I walked in the door and I was like, whoa. Everybody's so quiet. Let's see. Are you the stinky kitty?
Huh?
Oh, I was asking my cat if
Jay,
she was the stinky kitty.
J1, she said, she said to you, are you the stinky kitty?
Are you a stinky little kitty?
No. You have a cat, Katrina? Huh?
She always had a cat.
Well, how was your day, Katrina and Lisa? How was your work? How was work today?
Good. I got to work from home today, and I get to work from home again tomorrow.
Oh, nice, nice. Did you prefer to work from home or?
Not for long periods of time because it gets very isolating, but once in a while I don't mind it.
Okay.
I made dinner earlier. Just got done eating a little while ago.
Oh, dinner. What did you make for dinner?
I made blackened ahi tuna and roasted vegetables.
At least it wasn't tilapia, because tilapia sounds like some
All
kind
right,
of
it's
a
in the back.
disease you pick up.
I'm in our chat.
No, not tilapia.
Tilapia. That's what you have for dinner, Katrina? Tilapia?
Oh, I haven't had dinner yet. I had coffee.
That's it?
Yeah.
No, you gotta
I was
eat.
at work. I was at work.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna eat while I'm bartending because ew,
Yeah.
germs.
Yeah.
Did Christine hear me?
I don't see it in the back.
No, it's in our group.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's in our secret spot.
I got it.
Okay. The one that so the first one you guys seen, that was like the cut, like where we were just messing around and figuring out what we were gonna do. The next one she's gonna show you guys is the one that was actually submitted for awards, which is kind of the same basis. There's just a couple more people, and it's been edited a little bit better.
I'm gonna mute my mic so I can change.
I
the
remember
topic.
when she called me and was like, "So we've won 3 awards so far." I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Yeah, girl." She's like, "Your story's powerful." It was pretty cool. It was in the Sundance Awards like some years back, which is a pretty big.
Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
Everybody
1, 2,
mute.
3.
Can you do it full screen?
I'm trying. Yeah, I tried the last one. It wouldn't let me, but
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
saw
I'm
you
going to
trying
try
to
it.
click on it.
Among the thousands of appeals that crossed White's desk in 1931 was one from Scottsboro, Alabama. 9 black teenagers pulled off a train after getting into a fight with a group of white neighbors. There wasn't much to it until authorities realized that 2 of the white victims were in fact women.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I got it.
Being arrested for prostitution, they both claimed that they had been raped by all 9 black men.
2 days, 8 of the men are sentenced to death, and the youngest is life in prison. Done in 2 days, and the execution set for the earliest possible time.
Within days of their convictions, the Scottsboro boys' case has been taken up by a rising civil rights organization.
My hair's gotten so long. Jesus.
I know. It looks so funny because I remember when you used to do the extensions, and that's what your hair looks like now. Is like when you used to do the extensions.
They go to international.
This is just the legal issue.
Christine, hold the cursor like towards the end of like
I got to
the
get it to
very-
play. It's not wanting to play.
In the eyes of the white establishment, the Scottsboro boys were disreputable, a menace. The white lawyers affiliated with the Communist Party had no qualms about defending them. The NAACP was rarely the case.
Maybe go to the actual site and download it, and then see if it'll do it that way.
That's what I'm thinking. Hold on. I'm going to unscreen share because I don't want anybody to see my private stuff.
I'm glad you added stuff.
Do what?
I said I'm glad you added off after this. I don't want anyone to see my private stuff.
I thought it was going to go the other way also.
Just never know.
Yeah, just never know.
Christine, put a robe on.
I have a robe on. I always wear robes.
I never doubted it for a second.
Guys, I can't tell you how happy I feel to be with you all tonight after yesterday.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us too. I'm sorry you had a
We're
bad day
happy
yesterday.
you're here.
Well, I bought me a new phone.
Yeah,
And it
you
didn't
do
go
sound a
very
lot better.
Right
You
now,
sound good though.
I've got 2 Google accounts open, and I'm so screwed up I don't know which one I'm in. But
Well, it's working.
it is yeah. I even had somebody tell me that this morning I wasn't me. It was hilarious. On Sean P's channel. Yeah, somebody told me I wasn't me.
Well, don't pay attention to Alex.
I ain't. He's hilarious.
I knew it was. I was asleep, but I just know it was him.
Yes.
I heard he's been causing a ruckus the last couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been above his normal.
Above and beyond.
What happens when there ain't rules?
Scottsboro for the NAACP.
After this,
He has to
after
have
this
rules.
morning, I decided he's a little crab.
Yeah.
He's always around and itching you at the same time, making an irritation. Sorry.
The fucking rash, dude.
I'm telling you, he's a crab.
That too. I have a big ass bottle of calamine lotion. He's about to take a bath. Dry his little ass out.
Lord.
Oh, you got calamine lotion. Don't forget your oatmeal.
And I got a big old bottle of rubbing alcohol.
Rub it on him,
I
right?
got it. I know that music from anywhere. She got it.
Mute up.
So I said, I was like, the finished one is so much better because it's just edited and everything really good.
Throws me up against the wall. That puts 357 in my head. And the whole time, this gun is going up and down my face. Now, most people might think I'm crazy, but I know I'm not.
The next thing I know, the gun goes down, and I hear a voice, and it was not his, and it was not mine. And it says, "Leave, but don't run." I got into my truck, left, and I never looked back.
Sex sells, and here in America, the business of sexual slavery is booming.
When somebody's forcing you to sell your body, it's human trafficking. They can threaten shelter. They can take your finances. They can even go as far as you're not going to get no food.
Sexual slavery here at home. How does it still happen? And who are the victims?
I would tell her all the time, you ain't got to do nothing. I work 100 hours a week, so you ain't got to do this. But that's the only thing that she knew. You know, she couldn't go out here and get a job as a crew chief at McDonald's, only making $200 a week when she can go out here and make $1,000 a night.
Because my husband was able to love me, I now know how to love.
She go out on a date, I'm sitting there watching TV, watching the kids. It's not that big of a deal. Because I just came from shooting pornos and the swinging lifestyle and everything like that.
I'm a mess. I got to stay busy, though. I work better that way. I like doing God's work.
I mean, honestly, there's no fact checker. There's nobody that can go back and say, were you buried alive? Were you put in a hole? Did somebody make you dig a hole and put you in it? But what you do know is that something happened that was traumatic. And really, truly, do I care about it? The facts? I don't. I believe her 100%. And the reason I believe her 100% is because I've had intimate conversation with her.
So she calls like agent or ex.
She's been through so much that she's not afraid to do anything.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, and now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Amen, right?
People talk about that fire once you become, the Holy Spirit gets in you. And I remember I was just like, people need to know about this. This is ridiculous. This isn't happening just over in Asia, people. Like, it's right here, Louisville, Kentucky. I started a Bible study in the park, actually. I didn't know the first thing about doing a Bible study, okay? Like, I had some little Bible, and I'm like, we'll just read out of it. But people were coming.
go get you. I'm gonna protect you. Man, God is awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. And then my last
pieces. You know, I love all 11 kids of mine. Yes, 11 and 2 grandbabies, and Rennie and G and Cam all over here. My kids come with me to events, and
All my life, I've been told you're gonna be just like your mother. You ain't shit. You're gonna die. You're a horrible mother. And for the first time in my life, there were people around me that truly believed in me and were giving me keys to churches and giving me a house so women can rebuild their life up. We are going to house women so they can start over and be whole.
I still try to, help them in any way that I can. And, let's not forget, I'm only 2 years out of this. I'm in the process of healing myself. And that makes it really hard sometimes. Especially being a survivor of traumatic stuff, PTSD and stuff is real, man. And it's insane how, and that's why I put myself back in counseling. So I can also be good. So if I'm just a ratchet mess, I'm no good to nobody. But she went to go to try to fight me. And so all I did was hold my Bible. And I was like, girl, I'm not fighting you. And she would, it was weird. You had to see it.
It used to be when we would talk, when she would tell her story, she would shake uncontrollably. And little things in life would trigger her.
Whew. Since I became a Christian, I got all kinds of emotions I never knew I had.
It's almost 360. Not only that, I have seen her love for her children has changed.
Oh, I'll give you one more chance.
Because of all of the things that have happened in her life, she's not necessarily been a hugger or kisser. The way that she loves them is different now. And it's because she's become more comfortable with love, period.
All right, what's your next one?
It's supposed to be this. Pray that our family and our whole world.
If I have any regrets in my life, is I was not the mom they needed. They got some stuff they got to work through too because of me.
No, you share, okay?
I can't imagine my kids being strippers or prostitutes. They'd kill me. And if I didn't change, they would have been.
This will be good for the resort and good for the town.
And mommy medicine. Mommy medicine is all better. We would drive past the clubs that I would work at. And my kids would be like, my mommy used to work there. My mommy used to work there. Now, they didn't know what I did, but they knew I worked there. But now my kids are like, we drive past the church, and my kids are like, my mommy spoke there. And it's pretty amazing to especially see my daughters get empowered through me getting over myself. Because I got hope now. I got more hope than air in my lungs.
Not like your situation, but we're forced to.
You okay? Oh, shoot, my camera. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good. I think it's very powerful. And in the time era that we're living right now with such huge human trafficking, sometimes we have to remind ourselves of the people we know and love. But it's real.
Walter White built the NAACP as a powerful.
You send a message to everybody, sweetheart. You just don't understand how much you've helped people.
You know, I think what makes me tear up the most when I watch that is I look at me and I remember like how much fire I had inside of me. Like the things that I was able to accomplish in the first 5 years of even 6, 7 years of like me being out of everything is just absurd. Like it's really a miracle because I just don't even know how half the stuff I was able to do. Open a shelter, speak at all the places, do all the everything that I've been able to do. And sometimes I look at her and I just remember how like back then I thought I could change the world. And like now I know I can't change the world, but I can change somebody's world. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Sometimes every time I see that documentary and it just reflects, I mean, like, and I love my husband because my husband never forced me. Because one thing people will learn about me is if you try to force me to do anything, I will completely just go off the fucking radar. Because I mean, just a redunculous of how redunculous I can get because since 5 years old, I've been forced to do things. So my husband was the first person that never gave me an ultimatum. He never forced me to do anything. He said, you know what, if this is what you have to do, I don't want you doing it, but I love you. And God told me to love you through life, and because of that, if he would have never done that, I would have never knew what love was. I would have never knew how to get out of life. I would have never be the woman I am today. And so some people will be like, well, it's crazy, that your husband, I'm like, dude, you have to understand me to understand our relationship, and my husband knew that if he ever forced me to do anything, I would leave, whether it was good for me or not, you know what I mean? Because it's a huge trigger for me, even to this day. If anybody tries to force me to do anything, force me to choose friendships, force me to choose platforms for anything, I can't do it. And it's the hugest trigger to this day I still have, so, but I remember like that fire that I have and throughout the work of advocacy and the fire that I went through that as well, you know what I mean? Because a lot of you get I got re-exploited in a little bit after that video, which is basically being pimped out in the name of awareness. I didn't realize those things were happening to me. I had all these people giving me things and doing things and all this. And now I look back and I know that I was even being used in. And so when people wonder why I have this hard shell and it's hard for people to get close, for me to allow them to get close to me, because even after I changed my life around, I still was pimped out. And it has changed me. I'm not the girl that I was in that documentary. I had fire and hope and confidence and and now I have fire and hope and confidence just in a different form, so a lot has happened even since I did that video. And it was regular people and people that say they love Jesus and people that say they want to stop human trafficking that re-exploited me heavily, and I didn't realize it until it was too late.
Like,
So
you mean, sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Did you mean like people that you were working with in that documentary you found out later like also weren't?
No, not no, not in that documentary. People that were on my board, people that gave me the shelter, people that just people in the name of awareness. They all they cared about. I remember the very first time I ever spoke, and this was long before the documentary. I was being re-exploited by a program that I was in. It was after I was in the life, and then I was getting out of the life. And I was in this program, and the first time I was 2 weeks after I had a 357 to my head. And they said, we want you to come and speak and tell your story. And I threw up a shitload of times to the point where I was dry heaving. I had no business speaking. You know what I mean? Like, They didn't care that it re-traumatized me. They didn't care that I just had a gun to my head. They didn't care that 2 weeks before that I almost died. They didn't care about any of that. All they cared about was making those rich people write checks.
Yeah.
And donations off of my pain, which is just like a pimp would do.
Right.
And that happened numerous times. And that happens a lot to survivors that want to tell their stories. And that's why there's a lot that will never speak up. Because not only do you get re-exploited, but then you have people that, and most people have seen somebody do it to me, even on YouTube. Go after my past. You're a whore. You're a slut. It's all your fault. You were never trafficked. you're a trafficker. That's the one that really fucking sticks me. So it's a lot. You know, why I do what I do, and it's cool, and it's, you know, amazing, or whatever people want to call it. People don't understand the sacrifice that you make when you're dealing with your own trauma. And, you know, in all honesty, I wish I had somebody that loved me enough to tell me to sit down for a little bit and heal. Instead, I healed in front of the world, and it wasn't always pretty. And I'm still healing, because my healing's taking a little bit longer, because not only that, I'm dealing with my shit, but every single day I go out and I might deal with a victim that's been, you know, killed, or beaten, or just whatever, you know what I mean? And that's a lot too to deal with when you're already dealing with stuff that you have to fight through, you know? So yeah, I mean, and I'm not making excuses by any way, shape, or form, but I think people have to understand all of me to be able to understand me. You know what I mean? And otherwise, I get very, you know, misunderstood, and I'm okay with that, because I understand that I'm sometimes difficult to deal with. You know, I love Christina, and I love Katrina, and Mama Bear, and everybody that's, even Casey, like, you know, all kinds of people walked with me through a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And I'm not I'm firsthand to be like, listen, especially in my triggers, I'm not easy to deal with, but I've gotten better, and it's a process. And, you know, just like everybody else, I think people don't think that I still need, you know, that support and different things, because they see me out here and they see me just, you know, being whatever that they think I am in their mind. But in all honesty, I mean, I'm still dealing with a lot of shit. You know, I still deal with suicide thoughts. I still deal with a lot of shit, you know. And so some days are good, and some days I'm barely fucking holding on. But one thing I don't ever do is give up, because I have people that rely on me, and I just have to, you know, take care of myself when I can. But, you know, sometimes it's hard. So I don't
Thanks,
know.
Summer, for all you do.
You're welcome. And in that, what I'm really proud of though is that does show, like the shelter that I painted that shelter, I remodeled that whole shelter. It was beautiful. I'll have to find pictures and post it on my community page. And even the conference where you see all of us sitting in chairs, that's the very first conference I ever threw. It was all survivors. The lady that was singing, her name's Annie Labette. She runs an organization out of Las Vegas called Hookers for Jesus. I mean, you know, survivors have made a huge impact in the education that is out there now. And we pay with our lives, because like when we were sitting there getting tattoos, my sister Jennifer, she was the girl that was getting tattooed on her shoulder. A couple weeks after that, she was killed because of the work that she does. You know, people don't realize that we literally put our lives on the line because of what we do, because of us speaking up, whether it's our pimps or other pimps or, you know, organized crime, but they don't like when survivors speak up. And a lot of women I know and a lot of men I know that do this work that are survivors have died because of it, whether it be to the hands of a trafficker or they take their own lives because it's too much to deal with. So while we may look like we have it together, you can't be abused from the time you were a child to the time you were a grown-up and ever really have it together. And I think that some of us put expectations on people, and it's like, no, you can't. You know what I mean? Each person has their own walk, and I'm not the only one. I know there's people that are listening to me right now that have went their own shit, whether it's like mine or not, you know. And so when people don't understand why I won't walk away from people, or why I don't just give up on people, is because I understand that sometimes our past is our worst shit. And it's some of the reasons why we are acting the way we are acting, even as grown ass fucking adults. So, you know, I don't know. I'm just a person that I don't just walk away from people, because everybody walked away from me. Everybody walked away from me until I became the woman I am today. And even then, you know what I mean? I'm still like, whatever, you know, so I don't know. It's hard for me to give up on people, even when I should. I mean, I've helped people like, I had somebody stalking me, and some of the people that fucking was with him, like, I helped those people, you know what I mean? Like, and everybody's like, you're fucking stupid. And I'm like, no, I'm not stupid, dude. I just know what it looks like to be in a room full of people and not be seen. And I don't want nobody to feel that way. So that's me.
That'd be our lovely Summer.
Hot fucking mess.
Out of the fire.
We all fit in with that name, though. I just gotta say, we all fit in with
That's
that
why I
name.
picked it. Well, I used to walk around and people would be like, they'd say, da-da, whatever, and like because of who I would show up like when I very first started off. I'd be in my trauma all the way, and I would wear pajama pants, and that's how everybody knew I was having a bad day. And you could not hug me, you could not touch me, don't walk behind me. Like I have so many things that you all just don't even know about. That's why the internet's really easy for me, because can't nobody but in real life, like there's so many people that'll come up and try to hug me, and they'll be like, now they all ask me, they'll be like, so Summer, is it okay to give you a hug today? I'm like, yeah, because there's been times people have tried to hug me, and I'm like, I'm gonna smack you in your fucking face if you touch me again. So it's it's a fucking mission.
It's a 100%. So, because even
And
when
I was all
in Louisville, I'm like, honey, are you having a good day? Yeah. May I have a hug before I go back to the country? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot, but you know what I mean? It's a lot. Like you go through a lot of shit, and then like you just still have to live life, so you still got to figure out a way to push through all of it and whatever. But yeah, I mean, I that's why I kind of started all my virtual shit, is because I would see so many survivors die by killing themselves because nobody told them like how it really was. Like, nah, baby, it don't get just better overnight. Like the shit is fucking rough, and there was a lot of times that like you're just like, man, if I could be dead, this would be easier. A lot of my poetry speaks on stuff like I feel like being in the life was easier than it is doing this shit. Like. And so I started virtual shit to talk about it because I got tired of seeing all my survivor sisters and brothers like taking their lives because nobody was talking about it. And then nobody was talking about like the work that we do is harder than, it's not like if just somebody says, well, I feel like stopping human trafficking, so I want to get into it, and then they do get trauma from it. But imagine being sold. And then, or imagine being that little kid that was raped and shit and beaten, and then going and sitting in an emergency room and there's a baby there. You know what I mean? Like it's different. So I got tired of hearing people suffer in silence, so I just started opening up, which then led to a lot of other survivors opening up, and now we don't shut up about it.
You made a comment, and I think this is really important for everybody. We can't change everybody. We can't save everybody. But some days it just takes that one person that you need to help save their life. Just one. If each one of us did that in this world, it'd be such a beautiful place.
Yeah, I was watching the video and I just remember that spunk, man. I had so much, y'all don't know. I had so much fucking spunk and so much fire and couldn't nobody tell me shit, baby. Like I was changing the world. You understand?
You still have fire? Oh my god.
Oh, this ain't shit. This ain't nothing. Like I used to be, woo, honey, cocky. But I learned that and I mean I am, I guess, and this work is hard, after so many, even like tonight, I don't, some of you all that was with me, I stopped at McDonald's and one of the girls that I've helped, I haven't seen her in forever. You know what I mean? Like here she is working, she's holding a job down. She's, running through telling me everything that, everything's going great. And I mean, I stalk her a little bit on Facebook, so I know things are going good. I always stalk the women that I help, even if I don't hear from them for a while. Because a lot of women, they'll want to, once they turn their lives around and stuff, they just want to put that behind them. So they don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, they just put all of it behind them, which, shit, I get it. Some days I wish I did too. Some days I regret not shutting up and just moving forward with my life, you know what I mean? But I'm starting to learn how to do that. And that's like the new chapter I'm in, is to say no, to not always have to run and help. And enjoy my life a little bit, because I deserve that too. You know what I mean? Like I deserve to see my kids do well and enjoy my husband and enjoy me. So I'm learning how to do that now. While I'm still helping a little bit, because I used to help a lot. What I do now is like fucking nothing compared to what I used to do. So, but I'm glad that I'm like living life a little bit.
I like that you do self-care for your nails and even your eyebrows, or even if you go to get tacos, it's still a little self-help, self-care. We all need that. We forget that.
And
So
remember,
my husband, I
there's,
called him today.
there's
Huh?
no regrets in life. There's no regrets in life. There's only lessons.
Yeah, that's what they say.
They make, you know,
Easier said.
they have
Right.
made us who we are today, you know.
I don't think it's wrong to have a few regrets, you know? Like that's part of just that helps you have foresight for the future to be like, okay, that
Yeah, those
wasn't the
are
right thing. I'm gonna
those
do the
are
right thing
lessons.
next time.
Those are lessons. Those are
Yeah,
lessons.
no, I guess I just said what you said. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Touche.
Yeah. We can't go
I
back
don't
and
know. I
change
just want
anything,
people.
right?
I just want people to know, like, it don't really matter. I mean, it does matter what you've been through. It does matter what you've been through, 100%. And the more you open up about it, the easier things get. But I just want people to know that, like, you don't have to fit in everybody's box. Like, I'm not gonna fit in anybody's box. I am a cut from a different cloth. Like, and I love that. You know what I mean? Like, I love my loud personality, and I love, like, I don't know. I just love who I am today. And I think sometimes when you're turning things around, you just feel like you gotta fit these people's standards and all this shit. And it's like, nah, baby, half these motherfuckers can't fit the standard they're trying to hold you on. So don't worry about that. Just live life and have fun and help where you can. And if helping sometimes is just you being at home with your animals and taking care of your property and loving on life, like it doesn't have to, you don't have to save the world.
Yep.
Sometimes the world's got to figure it out too. Let's see.
We still haven't learned that.
Yeah. To me, people can save themselves. That's the only time they will accept help. Yeah, but sometimes it's easier not to be by yourself.
I get told that.
You know, that was something. Well, that was something I
Figure
had
it
to
all out.
learn.
Somebody's
Oops.
roboting.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Christine, you're roboting.
Bow chicka bow wow. Yeah, I think yeah, that you're the only person that can save yourself, but I do think it makes it easier when you have a community. We're not meant to be by ourselves. We're not meant to figure it out by ourselves. So and
Yeah.
everybody's figuring it out is going to be different because everybody's shit's different.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's shit's different.
Yeah. It's in so many different ways. Everybody's shit's different. Well, I don't know. Maybe that'll help you guys figure me out a little bit. But that's my story, kind of. Some of it, anyway.
I know. Some days I think you got to figure out. It's like, damn it, she just threw a wrench. Now what?
Yeah. One thing about me, I've done my whole life being able to live in the switching things up if I need to. So it's, yeah, no one will ever figure. Like I always tell people, I'm an onion. There's very many layers. As soon as you think you got me, my husband says it all the time too. He's like, man, I love watching your journey. He said, because as soon as I think you finally found it, boom, a whole nother fucking chapter starts. He was like, I was like, yeah, motherfucker, I keep you young, baby.
I see two of you, Christine.
Why do you see two of me?
Yeah, well, now I don't. It was like I said
I only
that.
see one.
There
Oh,
was
like, I
two.
only see one of me.
There was two.
That's because I left my computer and went back to my phone. Oh, honey, we got a long journey ahead of us. Katrina, did you make it home?
I've been
Ask
home
Katrina if she made it home.
for like an
Okay,
hour.
good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, about an hour. I just did my
You need to
dishes
get one
and
of those
cleaned the cat
e-bikes.
box. Nope, I need to not be on a bicycle. I am good on my feet. Nothing with wheels. I will crash. We don't want broken bones.
No, we don't want broken bones. I know what they feel like.
Last time I was on a bike,
Yeah.
it was my brother's 14th birthday. I was riding bikes with them, and like the curbs were at all different heights on my road. And I didn't realize that I only had front brakes and no rear brakes. And I went going across the street and hit the curb and kind of slowed down because I knew the curb was coming. Yeah, I locked up my front tire and went flying up and over the handlebars and
Oh my gosh.
hyperextended my pinky finger and my ring finger. Luckily, my head just hit the grass. But yeah, I had to go to the emergency room that day. Had a half cast on. Went to summer camp the next day.
Jesus, girl.
Good times. I was on codeine. They even understand codeine doesn't make me tired. Codeine makes me go blah. I don't understand
Codeine's
why
the only
she's so
thing that
hyper.
actually helps my pain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember. I think the only other time I was on it was if I get bronchitis or pneumonia.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, codeine helps to suppress coughs too. So
Hmm. Yeah, I know. They gave it to me when I
that's the
went
nice
down
thing about
to Kentucky the year before last when I didn't have pneumonia.
it.
Yeah. Made the flight nice. Take a big old fucking chug of this before I get on the plane.
Mm. So did you hear
But
me
like,
when I
I'm
said Jamie's
happy.
trying to get home?
Yeah, I would have heard
Sorry.
you on the, yeah. No, I heard you.
Yeah.
That's freaking insane.
Well, I know. He goes from Louisville to Chicago. Now he's got to go from Chicago to Charlotte and then home. He'll never make
Why
it
can't,
because it's
but I
10
mean,
o'clock.
why, oh, for tonight? Yeah, probably won't be
Yeah.
home tonight.
I know. He left Louisville earlier today, went to Chicago. Something was wrong with the plane. They were putting him on a different plane to go to Charlotte. That got delayed. He's just furious
Be
sitting at O'Hare.
happy. No, you tell him to be happy. They put them on another plane and didn't just fucking
Right?
send them up with all the planes falling out of the air lately. Like, you got somebody watching over you, you just sit still, honey. Like,
You would
buckle
think
up,
from
Buttercup.
Louisville to here should be simple, right?
We're not talking about coming home from Louisville, okay? 4 fucking minutes.
He's right.
4 minutes late, and they're like, "Sorry, you can't take your flight. You're late." I'm like, "My plane hasn't even taken off yet. What are you talking about?"
He could
Well,
have
you should have
driven
left
home.
earlier. I was like, "My
Yeah,
friend lives 10 minutes away from here."
he could have driven home by now.
Shit, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying, this was this afternoon. He was in Louisville to catch a plane.
Hopefully he's not as angry as I was waiting to leave Chicago.
Oh, I told him because he did a TikTok thing today, and he just looked exhausted. Just looked
Oh yeah.
exhausted, and I told
Traveling,
him,
fucking that's the one
did you
part of
hear?
traveling I don't like.
But he had to drive from Ohio to Memphis, back to Ohio, then to Michigan.
Fucking insane. That's
And I told
insane.
him,
I hope they paid him for everything.
oh yeah, well, the
Good.
amount of money he'll get on this paycheck is normally what he would make in a month.
Hubby's literally stuck in the mud at the lot he had to go to deliver to. They never plowed, and we had in everything. The snow melted, the ice melted, and now it's nothing but mud. Yeah, he's got to wait for a tow truck to come and pull him out.
Oh Jesus!
And then drive back an hour and a half, pick up another load, drive an hour and a half back, an hour and a half back, and then about an hour home. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
It was. Yeah.
The things these
He
guys
even,
go through for work is crazy.
I keep telling him, look for something closer to home. You've been with this company for 5 years. You've got 5 years of good record. You were with the other company for 2 years. Because he only been doing this for like 7 years. So I was like, find something closer.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't want to move to that area of the state because I'm just like, ugh, boring area of the state. Like,
It's probably where I live.
near Bos. I mean, it's on the outskirts of Norwich. So Norwich and like the casinos aren't that boring, but it's far enough away that it's far enough away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm not
You're
over
on the
there.
other side, I think. You're on the other quadrant. Like if you split it in fourths, you'd be like the bottom right side, right?
I think Norwich is in like the top left corner.
Norwich is down New London area. Groton.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the bottom right.
I'm closer towards Hartford.
Me too, but Massachusetts border.
Yeah, no, not there.
Yeah.
Like Waterbury that way.
Okay. Cool. I know where. Yeah, I have friends that live in Waterbury. I've been there once to Waterbury. I've been there a couple times, but I went once because they had a really cool consignment shop, and it was for like plus size ladies called the Goddess, I think. And
heard of it.
we made a day out of it because my friends from Monroe, which is right on the which is the next town over from Newtown.
Yeah.
We took my son. We took my son trick or treating in Newtown. All the big fancy houses where the chandeliers were like bigger than I was.
Yeah.
Fucking
Look
A,
in the-
man.
Katrina, look in the back.
I got Riley a new toy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I got Riley a new toy.
That's why when you said very boring, it's just a very small little
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Almost the same type of town. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Almost.
That's like Jay wants to take buses.
Wait a
You're
minute,
like,
though.
Yeah, right.
Wait, though. We both got race cars.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, that's Thompson. But yeah, I have the racetrack, the other racetrack in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Little tiny quarter-mile track.
Yep. My brother goes up there.
Cool. Yeah, I mean it's a good time. Like my job is like literally like the racetrack's at the bottom of my job's driveway.
Yeah.
So it's a little loud on Friday nights. You have to keep the door closed because you literally can't hear inside with the door open.
Oh, you're that close.
Yeah. I mean, I used to work at the Speedway. Came home from work my first night of work, and it was like all I heard was in my head the whole entire night. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting earplugs. It's fun. It's a good time. I used to go with my dad.
Yeah.
We had matching cowboy boots when I was a kid.
My brother is very into racing and cars, Porsche, but he like
You okay
he's
there?
proud that he hangs around with.
Oh,
that
so
is
I always
into
forget to mute before I cough out. My
racing.
bad, guys.
They go down there every once in a while.
Okay, so I got Riley a new toy. Look at her new toy. Watch.
Whoops.
You press
Hold
that.
on.
The cup comes
What is
down. You bring the cup over here. You press this. It gives the ice in the cup.
Oh my word. That's freaking adorable.
Isn't
I
it?
want one of
Well, watch.
those.
That's
Then
real
you
nice.
put the
my
cup in there.
bedroom.
Press it down. The cup comes
Check your
out.
fucking cup.
And then you put the ice in.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute?
It
And
is.
then,
I'll show you.
And then we got the real home style ice cream. You put the ice cream, and then they're magnetic.
Stop
Aren't those
it.
cute?
That looked like a cup that I used to have when I was a kid. It looked like an ice cream cone. You screwed the ice cream cone on the top. Let me see if
Well,
I
they're
can.
magnets. Here, look.
That's
See, this has
super
a,
cute.
it's,
I
they're mag,
like that.
isn't that adorable?
I'm jealous.
Sorry.
Let's see.
And I had to show you the new kids' toys.
Has she played with it yet?
Oh, Christine, that looks
No.
fun. Take a drink.
She will. I know she can get her own drink and everything. Isn't it just adorable?
So how does it work? Show us. Make a drink.
Hold
Well,
on. Look,
it doesn't have
Christine.
liquid. It just has the cup, and then we got her this little grill. Hold on. Look at the little grill we got her.
It's not quite
See,
the
it's
easy
got the
bake
little
oven.
grill.
Oh my God, it's like a mini Blackstone.
Yeah, it sizzles.
See, this is the shirt I was working on today.
Oh wow, a little drink shoots out.
I didn't do this part. I just did
Look at
this
that.
part.
Yeah.
And then he's 8 years old and he's obsessed with being a firefighter. So she had me put his last name down at the bottom of the jacket like he's a real firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
That's cute.
That's what I did today.
Look, how many cups are in there, Christine? Jesus.
You ring.
It's like the big comfy couch. Stuff just keeps coming out of there.
It's a clown car.
Man, did you ever watch Big Comfy Couch? She'd be pulling everything out of that couch. I was so jealous.
I wanted to hang out with Luna, her name is, right?
Yeah, Lunette the clown.
Lunette, that's it. Because here's a funny fact about Katrina that nobody probably ever would have guessed. I wanted to go to clown college so fucking bad. I
Really?
wanted to be a clown because I thought that would be.
Is there a clown college?
There
that was
is.
big in
Ringling
the
Brothers.
2000s.
Yeah, they had auditions. My mom doesn't like to drive on the highway, so she didn't want to bring me because it was in Boston. So, but I was looking at the bulletin board in high school, and the principal at the time had come up to me. He's like, "So which one are you looking at?" And I went, "Clown college." And every day he had a bow tie, and it was always a different style bow tie. Sometimes it lit up, sometimes it was giant, sometimes it was super small. And he just was like, out of all of those schools, that's probably the one that I'd want to pick too. But because I could walk down the street dressed as me and have one of those squirting water flowers and squirt somebody in the face with it. They're going to be pissed off and they're going to want to beat my ass. I can be dressed as a clown and walk down the street with the same exact flower on and squirt somebody, and they'll be like, ha 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 ha, and they're going to laugh with me.
You hope that they don't punch you in the face.
Oh my God.
Or they're going to run
You're so
screaming
funny.
because they're petrified of clowns, and that will also soothe my heart.
When like Jackass was getting really big,
Steve-O.
everybody found
Yeah,
out
yeah.
Steve-O went to clown college, and I think there was a surge. People were like, "Oh yeah."
Yep, this was before that, and I didn't even know about any of that because I graduated high school. I graduated in '96, so him and I are almost the same age.
Okay,
so we
true.
probably would have gone to school together.
Do you like Steve-O now?
I think he's a fan. I've always liked Steve-O.
I was such a big fan of him, and there's something about sober Steve-O that I'm just like, I don't know.
I think it's because he actually uses his brain now.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
you know what I mean? Before, he'd be the kind of dude where you would be like, I bet you to, do this. And he'd be like, okay, and go and do it and then huff some cans of whatever. Now he's clear-minded and he's like, how about we don't do that?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm down with his sobriety, but he's really forceful on his podcast if anybody brings up their like drinking or drug habits.
Oh, yeah.
He's like super asshole about it. And it's like, I get it, bro. You're sober now.
Yeah.
But
that might be how he has to
famous
be.
off being a crackhead, bro.
but that might be how he has to take it. I mean, I'm a
True.
bartender.
That's how he deals with it.
Right. I see all kinds forms of addiction, mainly alcoholism, and people will come down to the bar who have been sober for years, and there's always that one asshole who's like, "Yeah, just take a shot, you'll be fine." And I
Right.
was like, "No, I'm not serving them a shot. No, not gonna happen." They told you no 4 times. You want a shot of apple juice? It kind of looks like,
Yeah.
Jameson. It will just, type thing. So all it takes is that one asshole. So for him to be an asshole about it is gonna
That's
make
how
people
he
not
fights.
wanna. Yeah,
I
that's how
got you.
I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair perspective for sure.
But I mean, I haven't finished reading his book because I had to give it back because it was my friend's boyfriend at the time book and they broke up and I was like, "Here's your book back." But Steve-O's book is really good. His autobiography, his actual written one.
I wonder if he's read it out for an audiobook.
He may have, which would probably be even more. But that's where it goes into how he went to clown college. And I was like, I fucking never knew that he. That makes me like him even more. Yeah,
I
I
bet a
don't
lot
know.
of stunt doubles and stuff go to clown college.
Oh, absolutely. Well, then you gotta, everyone's got it. That's why I think it's funny when people are amazed that actors can actually sing. It's like, okay, you have to realize that you have in school, you have musical theater, and then you usually have musical theater, and then you have, theater, but they're, like if you want a job, most of them can sing.
Yeah, for
Some
sure.
people can't, but
if you're going to be an actor, you probably are trained in dance or singing or poetry or creative speaking or any of those things apply to dancing, and you wouldn't realize that one of your favorite actors might have been a ballerina,
Right, the same thing with Dancing with the Stars. When you're like, what the fuck, that person can dance like that, and then you come to find out that the first, 18 years of their life, they went to, an exclusive dance school.
And that's what I always think too. People are like, oh, actor, look at Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, and they're such bros. But if you remember the kids in high school who were in the acting class, they weren't no Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise.
I mean, there were a few.
Oh yeah,
but
I guess in the States.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 32. Well, I am 32, not 30.
Hey, you're speaking my language. I got you. I'm gonna be 47, and it was totally the place where all the misfits went, all the not popular kids went to maybe make new friends or maybe be accepted by something. When Glee came out, and I'm blaming Glee 100%. I think and Glee, American Idol, The Voice, anything like that. That's when the popular kids, especially with social media, were like, I'm going to join drama or I'm going to join choir and then it became full of just popular kids and that was the cool thing to do. So it felt like when my son came to go into band, when I was in band, it was full of metalheads, full of alternative people listen to alternative music. It wasn't very rarely did you have popular music being played. And
Right.
he's like, nobody listens to what I listen to. I can't get, you know what I mean? And he's like, no, this isn't for me. And he literally makes music every single day of his life. So for him to be like, nope, I'm not going, I think it's changed. And I'm blaming Glee. I'm blaming Glee for making that shit popular.
I remember being in high school and even as an emo kid, there was still a stereotypical theater kid was usually at the time, right? I'm in high school. This isn't my perspective now, but in grade 9, I'm like, oh, those kids are kind of gay. I'm not going to be a theater kid. And I remember after high school being like, man, that was where it was at. Those kids were acting and having fun in class and and I just had this stereotype prejudice about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Good night,
get that.
Lisa. I'm going to interrupt because I'm going to tell Lisa good night.
Good night,
night,
everyone.
Lisa.
Guys, I'll be listening though.
You better be.
Good night, everyone.
Bye. But I also like, and I mean, it's different because we're all, different ages, but in 96, that was when the whole it's cool to come out of the closet was starting. And, a couple of years before, that's when like all the like, people coming out as being bisexual and actually, being whatever, and everyone being like, oh, it's just a phase, type of thing. Just like how it is now with all the pronouns. Oh, it's just a phase. And yeah, but it's not really. It's an evolution. It's not really a phase. But
when I was in high school, it was still hard just for the gay and lesbian people to be, come out and be accepted and feel comfortable. And that wasn't that long ago. That was like,
well, aren't you sad that we're going backwards now?
Yeah, because it's the same thing with women's
or am I
rights,
wrong?
women's stuff.
I mean,
it's because so many people
am I wrong? I thought
fought,
we're going backwards.
died. No, because so many people fought and died.
Going backwards, I think we're getting confused on a lot of stuff. But I hear you.
What do you mean by confused?
I think I've talked about this before. Like, I feel like, and again, so I don't know if I brought this up before. I was listening to someone's channel a while ago, and he's gay, but he says he's conservative, and which I feel like is a contradiction in itself. But that's my opinion. Yeah, but anyways, so he was saying that he felt like in the 80s and 90s, that the gay movement, he was quite a bit older than I was, that the gay movements he was a part of and stuff, and worked really hard to be a part of, eventually by, let's say 2010, he said he had felt that for him, like the gay and the lesbian groups, gotten what they wanted in terms of marriage and not being super uncomfortable in public, yada yada, right? Like he felt that what they were fighting for, they had actually got. And then a couple years later, the extended LGBTQ trans movement happened. And he said he felt like his goalposts got pushed away and that he got lumped in.
But you're missing. I'm going to interrupt you because there's a time era that you're talking about that you're missing. And I'm going to fill you in. And I don't, I'm sure it was just as much in Canada as the United States.
Yeah.
During the 80s, yes, they fought for gay rights, that you can marry and love who you want and our government shouldn't interfere. Then we started having in the 80s and even in the 90s, what they were calling an epidemic of HIV.
Yeah.
And people being admitted to the hospital with that type of pneumonia and things like that. And because of that, it kind of pushed them back a little bit, because when they were sick, they couldn't go to the hospital. And if they did go to the hospital, the medical professionals, a lot of the medical professionals were afraid to care for them because there was so much unknown.
Yeah. No, that is a good point.
There's a whole part in there you forgot.
And I mean, the AIDS pandemic too really, and I correct me if I'm wrong, but it really affected the Black community too, right? Like,
no. Well, and it depends what part of the country. I was dealing with it in Minneapolis, and it wasn't. I would not say it was majority of the Black.
Oh no, I'm not saying majority. And again, I'm only getting this from a Kanye lyric where he says something about, the CIA administer AIDS. And he talks a lot about Planned Parenthood and AIDS just kind of being a way to control population in Black and in gay communities. But again, I'm not super read up on that. That's sound bites that I've heard,
Yeah. And I'm only saying it because I worked it. I literally worked with doctors and nurses. We're supposed to gown, glove, and protect ourselves. And we know how to do this. And we know how to protect our patient and the patients after we're caring for. But literal nurses and literally doctors would not go into the room. They would talk to them at the door. They would talk through them through the window. They literally wouldn't go in. I was so infuriated by some of the stuff I saw. It was just horrible.
It put a
I remember
huge
hearing that.
stigma on them. It
Well, I
put
worked
a
it.
huge,
I can tell you 100%.
you know, that's what and then it made, that's where the back falls, because people kind of like, oh, you're gay, automatically took gay and combined AIDS together. So if you were gay, then, you know, like, and so they got, you know, don't come near me, don't breathe near me, don't touch my baby, you know, and it's like, what the heck? But then I feel that once drug use also was a big part of different things, and partying and intervene, and you can be straight and be hanging out with someone who's gay or someone who is HIV, well, back in that time, we'll say gay just for whatever, who has HIV, and then share needles, and they didn't realize that it could be transmitted that way. So now you have a straight person who doesn't know, and then it spreads on and on and on.
I got you. Yeah.
100%.
Or gets adventurous
and where
and
I
is a
feel
straight man, and you know, has sex with you know, like back then they didn't know how it was transmitted.
Right, and that's why everybody was so afraid, because it was the fear of the unknown. And you know, they were thinking if you breathed on somebody with HIV, you were going to get it. I mean, it was just crazy. I just can't tell you the craziness that was going on. And the only reason why I said I think, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No. I just wanted to get like back to the where we were going with this included, because that like you were at. Say what you want to say, because you were talking. Sorry, Christine.
Well, no, I just feel with this administration, and with him identifying there are only two genders, I just feel that the gay, the LGBTQ is not going to be accepted. It scares me what could be happening.
Yeah, and so kind of this guy, what he was saying, and again with that, and what you said in mind, that he did still, his statement was kind of that he felt like at some point that he had gotten to where he felt he wanted to be after a long fight. Okay, and then the trans movement came, and he said that he felt like his gay and lesbian groups kind of got grouped into that, and he wasn't necessarily cool with that. And it was interesting to hear that perspective.
I don't think, before I lose it, I don't think that we allowed gay and lesbian to be accepted long enough, if that makes sense, before we introduce something else in. And and you know what I mean? And there's such a broad group of people who, you know, do fit into the transgender, you know, label, title, that, or lifestyle, that it became so blown up, because now you have the drag queens being able to sell, you know, you have so many other different, and then it comes into the, well, you know, they just assume, well, I don't want a man in the or, you know, in the bathroom with my daughter. And it's like, well, don't be mad at the trans person, be mad at the person who's going to pose as a trans person who is a pedophile to get closer to your children. Like, they just take the spin of it and just spin it into this, well, all trans people are going to molest, no, but they're not trying to lure kids into, you know, whatever, by reading books to them at the library. I don't think that one group was allowed to be accepted long enough before we introduce more groups, because people just still have this, and I hate to say this, when the older generations start to die off, and as more accepting people become older, I think it's going to be a better change. And I don't think the change is going to come till then, because there's still too many people with backwards thinking.
I feel so centrist on everything, because I don't disagree with what you're saying, but then there are points that like like with the, you know, like with the old age dying, like in some ways that's true, but I mean, if we look, and again, like maybe you don't want to, no, this is a good comparison, I think, for me personally anyways. I grew up, or not grew up, but since I was 20 have lived around a lot of
First Nations, Native Canadians on Vancouver Island, and they tell the story like they love their ancestors so much. I remember when, or their relatives and elders so much. Like I remember when COVID happened, and none of us were allowed to go on into their neighborhood or onto their designated islands because they didn't want.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Careful on using certain words. You can say the virus.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
not the
Sorry.
C word. Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
want
YouTube.
they just didn't want us the potential of anyone coming into their neighborhood and exposing their elders to the virus, because they didn't want to lose their elders. And if they did, they'd lose their stories and their ways and all this stuff. And I feel like there's something to be said, even like I know like people will talk crap about boomers, but like those are our grandparents. They experienced stuff. Like they went through a world
I'm a
too.
boomer.
And I'm on your side, Christine. Your stories and your life isn't insignificant because there's a young generation coming. It's like there's lots to be learned from your generation, right? So like I see what Katrina's saying, but I also see the other side. So I don't know. Maybe that's crazy.
When we talk about when we were talking about the trans into the gay lesbian, we started introducing, and I will tell you, I have a very good friend who is a lesbian, and she is married to another lesbian, and they have 3 beautiful daughters together. And she was kind of angry when all the trans things started going on, and they were all being grouped together.
Because people don't understand it. Like I still have a hard time understanding all the freaking terminology that there is. But I don't know in Canada.
Well, I'll be
but
honest,
in the
I
United
understand the binary.
Non-binary is you are neither sex, I believe. Like you don't identify as either sex. Which cool, but genetically, biologically,
But wouldn't it be like bi?
No, it's not a sexual term though. It's your own personal sex. You do not identify as male or female. You can love whoever you want because you don't identify as.
Yeah.
And yes, in a sense, but bisexual is I'm a woman, that likes to sleep with women and likes to sleep with men. This is somebody who's I'm nothing. I don't have a sex, but I want, it's like you can break it. I don't even know if that's true, but we have this thing in America called the Bible Belt, and the Bible Belt is kind of big, and they really are loud with their, and that hinders a big part of a lot of thinking and a lot of.
My thoughts about like like we could go on about trans and different, this stuff forever, but where I kind of like end it, like I think my like final sort of resting opinion
I think
is
still,
just like very quickly, just that like I think that like anything, once you turn 18 or 19, if you'd like to, talk to a doctor and go through your transition and do your thing, that's fine. But like for me personally, when I was 13,
you're breaking up.
I am? Oh, really?
Not really.
When I was like 13, I decided I wanted to grow my hair long and straighten it and wear girl jeans. Am I still breaking up?
Yeah. I mean, my cousin is.
No, so like I was wearing girl jeans, straightening my hair every day, wearing size small t-shirts because and it had nothing to do with wanting to look female. It had way more to do with the fact that I was into bands, like metal bands, and that's how they were dressing. So me and a lot of my friends dressed that way. Now, some of those friends actually did become very eccentric and flamboyant in the way they dressed moving forward, where others of us kind of got more boyish in the way we dressed. But that was high school, and we were,
Right.
you know, kind of like experimenting with this style and stuff. And if somebody had have like pulled me into a room and said like, "Hey man, are you trying to be a woman? Like you carry a hair straightener in your backpack," I would have been like, "No, not at all." I just don't know. And again, I could be wrong. I just don't know that trend, or maybe trend's the wrong word, but that phase of like identity play didn't just evolve now into wanting to, you know, role play another sex or something. And I worry that there aren't groups of kids in high school and stuff like that who maybe are getting, I don't know, led into gender identity crises when that's maybe not actually gonna last. It's more just like, as I would say, like a phase.
Oh, 100%. It's like that with, I think, almost any kind of phase, any kind of anything, is you're always going to have, you know, kids, people who just want to fit in and just, you know, I don't know. Like, I think I want to say even a little bit older than that, like, you know, 24, 25 even, because you don't know. Like, well, I'm gonna use my cousin. Like,
But in
female.
18, 19, that's when we start letting people make decisions about, you know, tattoos, body modification. I think that's an acceptable age. I don't think high school is the right time, or any
No.
time before.
In the States, they've raised the smoking age to 21 again, like to 21, and
Yeah.
drinking's 21. And I feel that at least at 21, you kind of will have a little more of a grasp on, you know, different, I don't know. I don't know if that's part of us, they said babying, but I feel that even at 18 and 19, you still really don't know who you actually are.
Well,
You
for
know,
sure.
like-
Like, like just from 20 to 30, I've been
Yeah.
three different people. You know, well, not, but you know
Right.
what? It feels like that, right? Like, or like,
Right.
Summer was saying, like she was watching that documentary of her, you know, however many years ago, and she was talking about it as if it was like another person. It was like, I still see her in that video, but I get what she's saying too, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
she feels like a different person. So with that, like, looked at, like, how can people be so sure that this huge change they make is the right one and such a permanent change? You know, I don't know.
Right. It's like my cousin went, you know, born female, totally should have been a boy, 100% ever since birth, basically. Had a, you know, heterosexual relationship, tried to have, you know, well, maybe that doesn't feel right. Got into, you know, same sex relationship, still kind of, you know, missing something, and made the decision. When I think 18, 19, about 20 maybe, came out and said, you know, this is who I am, and has a wife, is perfectly happy, just recently had a hysterectomy, and couldn't be happier. You know what I mean? And when I see that kind of, like, there are people who they just feel and if they're not hurting anybody, they're happy in their life, they're a productive member of society. It's
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's with,
Well, like,
with everything. It's with
to
everything.
that point,
though.
like, I grew up in Ontario, so I moved to the West Coast, left coast, when I was 20, and I met two different people. So one, I met her at the time she went by, I want to say Megan, and she was very like tomboy lesbian. But I remember she told a few of my friends, you know, like, I think he's cute, whatever, blah, blah. A few years later, I ran into her, and she had completely transitioned. And I knew it was her, but it was interesting because she really was very masculine in her ways and stuff. But I never heard her talk about LGBTQ movements or any of that. It was just what she was or he was doing. And same thing, I had this other friend, Flynn, who I was introduced through mutual friends, hang out all the time. And one time we're having dinner and he wasn't there, but close friend told me that he went through a transition. Like, and we're talking, this is 2013, and he would have went through his transition 3 or 4 years prior. And like, I had no idea. I remember she told me, I was like, really? Like Flynn? And she's like, yeah, like he, used to be female. And I later remember, like, I'm talking to someone and they were talking about Flynn, and I was stupid and young, and I'm like, man, isn't it so crazy that Flynn used to be a female? And they're like, what? They're like, my homie Flynn? Like, there's no way. Like, he's got a beard and stuff. And all of a sudden I felt really bad. I'm like, whoa, like, you would never have known that about this person.
Yeah.
Like, this person was completely comfortable. They were a man. And and I remember feeling really bad, like, whoa, like I just exposed something that didn't even need to be. And now that person's going to look at them differently. But I guess what I'm saying is those two people were people I met that never once even talked about LGBTQ. Like, if it was getting talked about, they were there like an outsider almost, just kind of watching the conversation, and you never would have known. And I think those are really interesting people that don't even feel a need to be so vocal about it, but they just did it and they're comfortable. I don't know what I'm saying. It was just like
I
an
get what you're
interesting
saying.
experience.
Because you're so used to people being so
In your face
vocal. I
about it.
mean, you have the phrases "I'm here," "I'm queer." You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
you're just so used to it that when people aren't that way, you're kind of like, "Whoa, okay, cool." Like, but that's why I mean, I don't know, and it's such a huge topic, and to most of us, we're just like, I don't see why it's such a big deal. Who cares? And then, but I'm telling you that like Amanda said, she agrees with me. She lives in the Bible Belt. Some of the shit, they're nuts. Like, it's like almost like
It's
continuing your cult following.
Yeah, it's brainwashing.
Absolutely.
Well,
Indoctrinating,
I was going to
you
say,
name it.
Amanda, what do you think? And I want to read something from Muxter, because Muxter is 100% right. Things have changed. Everyone is all liberal and accepting, right? But we still use masculine and feminine stereotypes.
Who was
Oh.
asking me what I thought?
Oh God.
Well, Muxter, I have a question. How should we describe them? I mean,
Christine,
I
go
don't
ahead
know.
and tell Bird hi. Go ahead and just get it out of the way.
Pardon me? Oh, hi, Bird. See, Bird likes to hear me talk.
I mean, she heard your voice and came running over here. Sorry.
Bird likes to hear me talk.
She does.
You need to record her saying stuff like, "Bird, get down off the counter. Bird, stop barking."
Yeah, she doesn't bark.
But I
Like,
don't.
if she doesn't bark back at you, she doesn't dislike you. Like, she barks back at Bruno. She doesn't like him. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Go ahead.
Well, I don't think many.
Yeah,
do, so it's okay. We get it. Thank you, Bird, for being our voice.
But Muxter, how are we supposed to, without being a stereotype, a description? I mean, manly man. I'm a girly girl, but I'm a tomboy. But I classify myself as a girly girl because I do my hair, I do my nails, I like wearing dresses and flip flops. But what I was gonna say, when you guys are talking about this, I have a son who likes to wear skinny jeans. Some of his skinny jeans are like pinks and purples and things like that. He even does his nails sometimes, but his nails he normally does when he goes to these concerts. But if people would stereotype him, they would probably stereotype him as gay because he's a pretty boy.
He said, and people, why can't a woman be a tomboy and still be a woman? Who says they can't? That's what that means. A tomboy means a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I
Yeah.
always took it.
And I've definitely been told, all growing up, I'm definitely a more flamboyant male. Like, I care about my fashion and my sneakers and my all that kind of shit, which a lot of my guy friends, they couldn't care less, and And I've been mistaken for being gay just because of the things that I pay more attention to. But I don't care. That doesn't. To be honest, I have some of the best conversations about fashion with gay men. So.
Hell yeah.
I want
Hell
to
yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'd like to have conversations with gay men. They dress nice, trust me.
You guys have heard me talk extensively about my brother who was gay, and that I got in many fights growing up because of his treatment. I think if we had lived in a different time and a different place other than the Bible Belt, things would have been completely different. And I have a nephew who is trans, and I'm very concerned about his future because, given the current administration, it's very clear what their intentions are. And, RFK has gone as far as to suggest that they all need to be put in camps. So if he goes to a camp, I guess I'm going to a camp with him.
Yeah, are we going to go back to conversion therapies?
Oh, they still
We
do
just
it in
got
the
that.
South.
We just got that made illegal here in Kentucky, like last couple of years.
They still do it
It's like,
here. They
do you-
think it fixes everything.
oh my God.
It's a
Yeah, we were
joke.
just in Frankfurt a
that's
couple
just,
years ago, making that go away, and that's because I think the reason why it finally passed is because we had a congresswoman's son end up unaliving himself because of the shit that he had to go through because of the stake. So after that happened, it seemed like people were a lot more keen on changing it.
Oh, absolutely. And I submit to you that I agree, Summer, that it's going to take in my state a MAGA hard right person
Yeah.
to lose someone very close to them before this changed. It will either change them, or I submit to you that they will conversely say, oh, well, the devil did it. So it'll go one of two ways. So
Yeah, it did too.
it's
So.
unfortunate. I think people
well,
have
we
a right
all
to
saw,
do what
yeah, and we all saw the inaugural prayer service. We saw his attitude towards that person who was giving that speech. We saw it. We know what the plan is. And it just sickens me. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. And I don't understand how you can truly be, if you want to go the route of Christianity, and I don't want to go down the religion rabbit hole here, but if you're truly a follower of Christ, then you should know and understand and believe that God loves everyone. And that includes gay people, Muslim people, Chinese people, short people, fat people, whatever kind of people. And he doesn't distinguish. And people use the adage of Sodom and Gomorrah to pull out one thing.
Yeah.
When
And Amanda, not to cut you off, but you know what's crazy is that particular part of the story wasn't even about. They pick and choose it, but the whole story was about people not listening to God, and
Right, that's
everybody
what I was
misses that mark.
It was about sin. It was about sin,
Yep.
period, and inhospitableness. And
Yep.
they use it, especially in the South, they use it as a mechanism. I grew up in a missionary Baptist church, and I was always the outlier because obviously I had a mom and a stepdad who were staunch Democrats. I had a mother who taught me to think for myself. And I always questioned things and was given excuses in the church because I didn't subscribe to the fire and brimstone. If you don't do this, this is what's going to happen to you. Because I was smart enough to read that this is what Jesus actually said over here. So it can't be true what you're telling me, kind of thing. Does that make sense, Summer?
Yes, 100%. That's the issue that I have with the church, because I've read the Bible. I know what God's word says, and I also know the grace and love that God gives. So You know, it's just I don't know, dude. People are weird.
Hey, J1.
They pick and choose what they want when it comes down to it.
Yes, Muckster.
You know.
Huh?
Oh, I think she was saying something to Monkster.
Oh, he's right. I mean, Muckster is right. They use the Old Testament to justify their hate. And many of the people, you know, I am absolutely astonished every day when I wake up to see what my state has done to destroy the very fabric of my existence and what the federal government has done. And it scares me. It really does. It's very, like, I kind of, you know, y'all know my boyfriend is MAGA. So I went off the other day. Like, I fucking lost it. I went off. And he just sat there and he just sat there and he sat there because y'all know he doesn't really push back with me because, well, he knows I'm a little crazy. So, but he's a Marine, so you know he can handle it. But anyway, and he finally said, well, and this is what
I only
really,
have you muted because of the background noise, babe. I don't know what's going on, what you're doing, Sass, but it's super loud.
oh,
You got a good mic, by the way. Sorry, go ahead, Amanda.
No, sorry. Long story short, he says, well, how what they're doing in Washington or what they're doing down in the state capitol affect what you and I are doing every day? And I said, are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Girl, I mean, y'all, I lost it. Like, I said, that's
See,
where
my
we're at.
husband fucks with Trump, but he's not that Trump supporter. You know what I mean? Like, he'll sit there and say, he's a fucking idiot, dude. He's a fucking idiot.
And he says, well, you know, I can sit here and get upset and be upset about things I can't control every day, or I can go on and continue life. And I said, but that's the problem. Unless people give a whole lot and give a damn, nothing's going to change.
Yep.
And, you know, I think it's time that we take to the streets. And if we did what they do in Germany and other places, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in now. So anyway, I'll shut up.
Summer?
Speaking of Germany, you know, I think they had their elections or having their elections or something like that.
Yeah.
Guess who made an appearance on a huge screen TV?
Elon Musk with a chainsaw. I've seen it.
Yep, Elon Musk. What is that noise? Is that you?
That's what J1.
Who's opening paper? J1, what are you doing?
That was Jay.
Oh, I'm laying on the floor. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Bird. They've got this. Christina's okay.
Bird's watching out for me.
She is. Like, she has really taken to you. I'm not even joking. Like, she knows people.
Jeez.
What were you going to say, J1?
Oh, sorry. I keep turning my mic on. Oh, I was like, does Mr. Curtis what does Mr. Curtis think of Elon Musk?
He thinks he's a pompous asshole.
Yep. That's putting it lightly.
What about the people of Kentucky? What do you think about Elon Musk? People here,
I mean, some people like him, but some people that are Trump supporters are starting to not like what they're doing because now it's affecting them with their job. Excuse me, with their jobs. Excuse me.
Yep. And until it affects them on a personal level, they're not going to change. And I can't wait for it to affect them. I know that sounds ugly, but
No, you and me both. You know,
for you. Let me ask you.
I'm gonna. Here's my thing with Musk. Yes.
No, I was just gonna ask y'all's opinion real quick. Given the volatility of the market, I told y'all I pulled all my money.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking of closing my trust accounts, pulling all that money, my checking account, pulling all that money, all the save. What are your thoughts on that?
I think with your trust account, I mean,
I've been,
I don't know. I wouldn't pull it, but not yet.
yeah, I
I'm
think
Go
the
very
ahead, Christine.
trust I would leave. I think
Yeah,
the
that's the
trust
only
I
one
would
I'm
leave
talking
because it's
about.
the long term. Yeah.
say that again, Christine. I'm sorry, it kind of distorted.
That, no, if it was my trust, I would leave it in place for now because it is in a trust. You're not going to lose your hiney on it, and things will get better eventually, as I've been told. Something's going to give. And here's my problem with Musk. Why does he have this much control right now in the United States when he has a citizenship in Africa, in Canada, and the United States, and he was not born here? Why does this man have this position?
I know why, Christine. The greenback.
Why?
He has so much money. He's filthy rich.
I personally think he's the
And nobody's
Antichrist.
stopping him.
I think because he's bailing Trump out of some shit we don't know about. I think that's why he's got the power he's got. Got Trump by the balls, in my
I
opinion.
do too.
Just, I mean, you think about it. You watch and listen, y'all. Watching people and watching powerful people. It's, I mean, I know how to do that. That's that's why I'm still alive. And I can promise you, somebody like Trump, never in my life have I seen anybody in his surrounding take over a conversation like Elon takes over conversations, and Trump just sits there like a fucking deer in the headlights. And you can tell that he don't always want Eli talking. You can tell by his body language, but he doesn't push it back on him at all. His administration pushes back a little bit, but Trump himself, he doesn't. I think he's got him by the balls by something. I don't know what. I think some of the debts that he's got, because he owes a lot of fucking money to New York City and some other places too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my theory.
Did you see what I put in chat yesterday, y'all, or maybe the day before about what happened at HUD yesterday?
You said, yeah, I was looking at it a little bit.
Yeah. So somebody hacked into the HUD computer system. in
Yeah, with the
Washington.
feet.
Yeah, and it had a picture of freaking Donald Trump sucking on Elon's toes, and it played for quite some time all over the building.
Yeah. Yeah, I played for some hours because it made national news. I seen that. I started laughing. I was giggling. I was like, shout out to the motherfucker that hacked the system, baby. That's beautiful. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. That's right. And that's the thing. I mean, listen, I know for a fact, because I know some of them. I know some hackers that, yeah. I don't know. I truly believe it. I'm going to continue to say it. I truly believe that quote unquote War 3 that everybody's talking about is going to be electronic.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's
I
coming.
do.
And the reason I want to clarify something I brought up the trust is some of you may know this, some of you don't. When you have a trust account, you have an EIN number through the IRS, and
yep,
the fact that he now has access to all of that and potentially knows my personal business and everybody else's in America, I don't like that. It's none of his fucking business. That has nothing to do with him. That's my family stuff, you know? So, did I lose y'all?
Yeah. I don't know. I'd still wait for a second. That's just me, though.
Yeah, no, I wanted to get y'all's advice because it's just something I've been milling over the last couple of days, and I'd rather bury it in the back fucking yard, to be honest with you.
I mean, that ain't a horrible idea.
I mean, my great grandparents used to keep it in the wall.
Right?
Yeah, back in the
So
day.
I put something in chat. I put something in chat, and this has really been bothering me, and I heard it today again
Yeah, me
on
too.
a press conference.
I just watched it.
Yeah, Yeah, Elon Musk is considered the leader of the Department of the Government Efficiency, DOGE. But the White House has said he is not the official administrator. Now, they also said she will not disclose who it is on this podium.
Yep. When they pressed Blondie, she wouldn't do it.
Don't we want to know? And his assignment, his designation is only supposed to be for 130 days. That's it. Then what?
I know who it is, Christine.
Who is it? Who is it?
It's Pam Bondi.
You think so?
I'm being serious.
No, I'm thinking she's the only intelligent one that could. Yeah.
It's not Pam Bondi.
I think I know who it is. In seriousness, my theory is, the more I thought about it after we talked earlier, you know that lady that was kind of the background during Trump's campaign that kind of came out of left field? She's like a nobody. I can't think of her name.
Oh, she has a nice hair, like Susan Wiles.
I think so. She's like a political strategist. She's in the
Yeah.
White House.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really think she's pulling the strings there. I really do.
Okay. So why would they not say that?
I don't know. I can't figure that out either.
It really has me baffled. I'm sorry.
I mean, Jay, you read a lot of stuff during the day. What do you think? Do you think it's a possibility with her?
But you see how she looks sometimes when Trump is speaking? Like her eyes like be bulging out, like, oh my god, what he's doing or saying. I don't know. I think it's the oligarchs. What are the tech oligarchs, right? Like, there's so many in the White House now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's just a group of them.
And before I forget, and I meant to send this to you and Christine and to all of y'all that I correspond politically with. I know somebody who got a hold of the spreadsheets of grants and all the money at USAID, and they compared it to supposedly the fraud, waste, and abuse that they claim, the 55, I think it's million or billion or whatever it is. And according to their calculation, they only found 7.3 million in potential conflicts. And ironically, Elon Musk has gotten a considerable amount of money through USAID. And so I'm going to try to find that again, and I'm going to send that to y'all. You need to look at this, because what they did is they exported it and they put it in an Excel format.
So here's my next question. I just highlighted it. Why?
Oh.
I want to know why Elon Musk will attend Trump's first cabinet meeting.
Because he's the president.
Thank you. I'm serious. Why would he be attending a cabinet meeting?
I agree with you wholeheartedly. He shouldn't even be in the White House.
No, I don't care if he has triple citizenship and he has a citizenship in the United States. He should not have any say. And what they're doing, Congress, this is all congressional. Trump should be on Congress's hiney to get it fixed if there's problems. Not this man. Not this man. He has no stake in the United States other than taking it over.
I agree. And let's be honest, I read another article earlier. I don't remember if it was on the AP or Reuters or whatever, but they've uncovered even more than we originally thought in terms of contracts through other parts of the government where Elon has gotten additional funding. So it all goes back to the money. And in my opinion, it does. Think about it. Just hear me out. So Elon was the biggest campaign contributor to Trump. And
He bought him.
turn, he bought him. He expected quid pro quo. So in turn, he's got a foot in now. So he has bastardized all of the agencies, especially the regulatory agencies that oversee like Starlink and Tesla and all of the things that he needs to go away. You follow me?
Yep, I'm following.
Christine and Amanda, I know why Trump is letting Elon Musk run WoW. Because we need Elon Musk to defeat the Chinese. Technologically.
I mean, come on now. I mean, Trump voted at the UN with fucking little Kim in Iran, in Russia, and China the other day. So he's already paved the way for us to have that relationship with them. Think about it, Jay. Did you see how they voted? I've got the screenshot if you want to see it.
I have a question.
Okay, I'll see it. Let me see it.
Yeah, let me put it up. Go ahead.
So I have a question. Oh shoot.
Let me go back.
I lost my train of thought. It was a good question too, and I forgot. No, can't go. I got to think of it again.
Here we go.
Gosh darn it.
It's gonna be small. It's gonna be small, Jay, but you're gonna have to click on it somehow, and you can look how every country voted. And if you need me to send it to you in email, I can.
Sure. I'm zooming in. Yep.
Yeah, here, I'll just send it to you in email. I'll send it to you in email.
I'm not used to the U.S. voting with North Korea and China
It
and
never
Russia.
happened.
Oh, I know what I have.
Never happened
I know my question.
in the history of our country. Go ahead, hon.
Okay, so here's my question. I missed it today, and I haven't gone back to look. What was going on with the UK having an important press conference that's going to affect the world? What did anybody hear that?
I read something about the UK is going to cut spending and then transfer that money that they're cutting from the social safety net and then invest it in defense. They contribute 3% for NATO.
So they're giving more money to NATO.
Yes, because Trump has been complaining that our European partners don't spend enough on defense.
Oh,
So
sure, because the United States does more than 60%. And Master Troller, hold on a second. Master Troller, we don't like what Elon is finding. No. No, and you're not. No, that is not what at least I'm saying. I'm saying, why did Trump put somebody like Elon Musk into a position when it should be congressional and not on top of Congress to cut the waste? Why is it? Who's auditing Musk? He's gotten a lot of money from the United States. A lot. So I'm not complaining that he's found waste. We have known there has been waste for decades, including his last administration. Why is it being done this way and not the way our Constitution has set it up? Okay. I yield to you.
Sorry, I accidentally hit the button too quick, and so I sent a second email with the chart. So just disregard the first one.
Okay.
My hands are shaking, so.
Oh, you all right?
I'm just a little dehydrated, hon.
Oh, okay. Drink some water.
Amanda, have you ever tried that liquid IV?
I haven't, and somebody else mentioned it. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. When I do my infusions, I become dehydrated, and this liquid IV is like the best thing in the world because of the shift with my infusions and with the shift. I think it's the best thing in the world. Oh my God. I love that stuff.
Then
I don't like the
try
taste
it
too
out.
much, but I love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
can always mask that taste. I mean, I put bile powder and things that are like
Right.
drinking sand, but yeah, I'll definitely try it because you obviously know, given your thoughts, and I'm glad we're talking about this. Just interceding real quick, I've been having some big issues with my ankles and feet swelling,
Mm.
and late in the evening after I've been up on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to mention it tomorrow when I go to just to see what Gastro's thoughts are. I don't have any heart issues.
No, but what about any kidney issues?
Well, I mean, my kidney functions have been okay. I have a benign cyst on the right kidney, but other than that, I mean,
Yeah. And that's common as we get older for women more than men.
gotcha. I thought, and that's the reason I thought about getting those compression socks like we talked about.
I wear compression socks.
I mean, my knee surgeon wears them every day because obviously
Do
he's
you,
up on his, he swears by
so,
them.
so let me explain something to you. One moment, Master. I have an answer. Instead of compression socks, go and buy, because compression socks for me are too tight. I feel too bound in them, but they have these diabetic socks that they're compression, but not as tight, and they work wonderful. You're right, Master Troller, because for years Congress said they were, but never did. And again, I'm going to repeat, this has been for decades, including Trump's last administration. If Trump puts an EO for Congress to answer to him and find the wasteful spending and deal with it as deemed fit versus having Elon Musk come in. I just have a problem. I have a problem with somebody who wasn't born in the United States, really has no stake in the United States other than buying it from us. Africa, Canada, and the United States citizenship. I have a problem with that. We have Americans that can do this. Why him?
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And speaking of Canada, people can say what they want to about Trudeau, and I know they have a lot of issues with him, but I've been very impressed recently with his leadership when it comes to um, this mess. And he point blank told Trump yesterday when he was speaking, I think it was at the UN or somewhere, that him buying Canada is not going to happen, period. I mean, and basically telling him to fuck off. It was great. It was really great. People can say what they want to, but I applaud the EU. And so what they're doing too, back to what Jay was talking about, because I'm all over the place. Y'all know I am. My brain just goes
We
on
all
every.
are all over the place and I understand why you're all over the place because every day something else comes out. And before you can start fact checking that, you got something else. That's what they do to people to get them confused and just to believe them because it's right after another, after another, after another. Hey, Master Troller, can you tell me why Elon Musk would be going to the first cabinet meeting? I mean, what is your thoughts on that? That has me baffled.
Stop, girls.
Are they want me?
I want to say something to Jay. It's not
Yes.
just Great Britain. All of those European countries decided collectively, because the U.S. is going to cut off funding for Ukraine, that they are going to continue to help Zelensky because of the existential
The mineral
threat
rights.
that Putin holds. And as a matter of fact, Putin has come out and said that given the opportunity, he wants to even take some of the European countries That was a couple of days ago.
Well, and why did Elon Musk on that big screen talk to Germany and supporting Germany now too? Does that make sense? Make this make sense to me.
Oh, he was supporting the far right party that won
I know,
second place.
but why is his nose in Germany now? Who is who is he? Somebody explain this to me.
He wants ultimate power. I go back to, I think he's the Antichrist. And I know that sounds facetious and funny and all the things, but there's something about him. It's like he collectively is taking over each country that he can to have all of the power and control. I mean,
But
it's bad.
in the world,
Huh?
I just thought I was just baffled seeing him because I know their elections and he's supporting them. Why is your nose in every country right now?
That's the only thing I can think of is he wants ultimate control.
Well, is he going to be the president of New World Order? I'm just asking.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jay, before I forget, when you look at that chart, notice how Israel voted. The U.S. did not vote with Israel.
Interesting.
Why would they not vote with Israel?
Because they voted for all the dictatorships, for all the communist countries. Think about it. Well, Iran's really not communist. They're just fucking crazy. But, I mean, they call us woke, okay? Which really means you just give a damn about people. But, we get called communist, those of us that are left-leaning or on the left. But yet the president in the United States of America just voted with communist countries at the UN. Like my grandparents, God rest their souls, are turning over in their grave in Graceland Cemetery. I shit you not.
Man, and Christine, I don't know what happened to the Republican Party of the 80s and 90s, the voters.
The Democrat Party isn't there either.
Yeah.
Democrats aren't the same as they used to be back in the 70s, 60s, 80s. They're not. Just like Republicans aren't anymore. They're not the same.
I mean, think about it, Jay. You've got to go back, Jay. Let's go back to the old South, back during the Civil War, in that theoretically the party of the Democrats was the party of the Klan, the party of those things. And there's been a fundamental shift over the years to where the now Democrats, which I would consider like blue dog Democrats, are not so much yellow dog Democrats anymore, and they're certainly not progressive. But now members of MAGA have fundamentally become the white nationalists, members of the Klan, the ones that support Hitler, the Sieg Heil. I mean, Steve Bannon even gave a Sieg Heil the other day when he was speaking. I mean, come on. He's a piece of fucking shit, too. Are you okay, Jay?
Oh yeah. I was thinking. I was like, what happened to the party of Reagan? Yeah, Ronald Reagan.
I mean, there's been a shift. There's been a fundamental shift, even further to the right. There's still rhinos. What I consider Reagan to be is a rhino. But think about it. George W. Bush and the other Republican that are still alive, the old Republicans, have no use for Donald Trump.
Like Mitt Romney, right? Mitt McConnell.
Yeah,
Jay, I have a question. Do you have a fan or something? You have a lot of background noise.
No. What about now?
It's a little better. I even turned off my noise machine, so
No, it's coming from him. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Are you rolling around on the floor?
Yeah, I know. All right, let me go to
Stop
another
rolling
location.
around on the floor. Get in a chair
Yeah,
and sit.
All right,
breathing heavy in the mic.
all right, hold on.
That's what it sounds like to me. I have a
Yeah, he's
feeling.
breathing very hard.
Yeah, sounds like he's running a marathon.
I know. It's like you're rolling around on the floor. What are you doing there?
Hey, Brunswick.
What are you guys doing?
I mean, I went over to another channel. You know, I've been going between like 4 channels tonight because like everybody, there's so much going on. But our cohorts down the hallway, have it's turned into MAGA Central. So I guess we'll just
I don't know.
turn
I
in.
just can't put these pieces to the puzzle together. That's where I'm having, I guess, the problem.
It's gonna come out. Just give it a couple of days. It's gonna come out. You know that there are people right now digging that have way more time and to go down that hole. So I think that we'll find out before it's all said
Night,
and done.
Master Troller. Thanks for stopping, hun.
Oh, how about now, Christine? Oh,
He's writing down questions. Oh, Brunswick.
Well, let's just wait and give it a few minutes. I don't know. There's just, I think, a lot going on. And like I said, I was dumbfounded when I heard that he's not the administrator of Doge. And then I was confused that he's going to the first cabinet meeting. And then I was really taken back when I saw him on this like million-inch TV talking to Germany. He's supporting their far right. I'm just like, what? Well, wait a minute. Come back here. What's going on?
He's thrown a lot of money into that too, by the way. Tons.
Yeah, and Master Troller, you see, hold on one second. I cannot go at blind faith. I don't go at blind trust. I am the person that don't feed me a little bit and think that it's okay. Just give it all to me and then I'll sort it out. And I just feel that this administration wants us to go at blind faith and blind trust. And no, I can't do that. We've woken up.
Angry conservative. I was just scrolling back, and yes, I did see that. I think that Trump is forcing Zelensky to give up those minerals in order to get continued funding because they need bullets.
Well, that's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that because they have to. We have to help them, and in order to get our help, we're getting the minerals. The
Well,
mineral
we need
rights.
we need to start by helping them by telling the fucking truth. That's where we need to start. Russia started this. Point blank, bottom line, they crossed over and they should have stayed where they fucking were. And for Donald Trump to say what he has said, that Zelensky and Ukraine are responsible for this, he's fucking crazy. I mean, they already have Crimea again. What the fuck? It's absolutely quid pro quo. I mean, that's how somebody like Donald Trump is. You don't get anything from him unless you're willing to give him something.
Yep. But we have given for decades. What have we as American people, somebody tell me, What have we, as
Well,
American people, received?
I think right now what we've received, and this is, I'm just being honest, I can't go back and change history. But in the last 30 days, I think what we have is we have an existential threat that's even greater than what it was. I think we've also alienated our allies to the point that if something really goes down, Christine, they are going to turn their backs on us. And that's something people need to think about because they're pissed.
Well, but, and we're going to stand alone. And this is part of the problem. No one can stand alone.
Exactly. And that's my fear because the next war, quote, and I say that in quotes, that we fight in, it's going to be a war like we've never seen before. I mean, did you know that Trump has authorized the CIA to fly drones over Mexico to target cartel members?
And Mexico's okay with that?
I guess.
See, that's what
And I'm
I'm
not talking
saying.
about the little drone either, the bigger
Oh, no. Well, but that's what I'm trying to say. Every day there's so much. I mean, HC, you try to keep up on this, and it seems like you spend a lot of time doing this. And I just get so frustrated. I just close it all out and don't do anything about it. I'm just, but I just don't understand how much every day. And I just feel like he's throwing so much out every day. The people who are really checking this can't even keep up.
I agree. I agree. And can Mexico do anything about it? Of course they can. Mexico can tell him to get fucked. It's not
That's right.
international.
Get out of our airspace.
Exactly. So theoretically, okay, eh, there are probably people there that have the capability to shoot them out of the sky if they were flying low enough. So, and Mexico could tell them to get fucked too. Hey, we're not going to work with you about the border. You get your drones out of our country. So I read a snippet on it when I went down a deep hole. I think it was on BBC or Al Jazeera somewhere. I don't know. I go to so many news outlets.
I've been staying away from them all. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I try to too. I have to limit myself. It's not that they have a big military. You're not following. I mean, the Mexico's military is the cartel. The Mexican government
Yeah.
is the cartel.
Right?
Christine,
Yes.
whatever happened to Dr. Oz? Is he in the government? I thought he's supposed to be like the head of the department.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought
that's right.
RFK took that. What didn't RFK take that?
No, it's supposed to be. Oh, CMS. What is that? Center for Medicare. Center for Medicare.
Yeah. Yeah, but don't worry about that. Elon Musk is handling that. Don't worry about that. Elon Musk has got it.
Yeah, Trump signed an EO earlier, supposedly giving transparency in medical care and lowering the costs for health. It's a fucking joke.
Yes, it is.
When I go to the doctor tomorrow, I'm still going to pay the same $15 copay that I had today. Okay, so you can stick that in your ass, Trump.
Mine's a $40 copay and $65 if it's my specialist.
Wow, mine is 0 for the PCP, and any specialist is 15.
I ended up in the ER over the weekend. $500
Whoa! Say that again. You cut out. You ended up where?
in the ER this weekend.
Oh yeah,
$500.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. $500 for an ER
And
visit.
there's not a whole lot they can do about the cracked ribs.
Well, and I had to go because there was something else going on too. But because I do not go to the ER.
Right, I know.
I do not. But it wasn't an option. But yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, none of us are suggesting that the cartel isn't awful. We all agree that the cartel is horrible. It's just the reality. Anytime you're in Mexico or any of the other South American countries, I mean, that's just business. Go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
Amanda, you can read the back chat, but do not read it out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
Please.
Let me see if I can figure out how to get to it. Oh, here we go. Oh God. I have a friend with same situation.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
Not
read.
pretty.
Here's another one funny. We
But
left
anyway,
the World Health
so
Organization. Go ahead. Sorry, let me look again. Hang on. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's not good. You already know that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I will be
So anyway,
masked
sorry.
up
Here-
tomorrow. I will be live
So
sawing
angry.
on
Is he
camera.
getting confirmed or he's yeah, they're not allowed IV meds and now I'm on orals. But angry. What position was he and do you think that he's going to get confirmed? And what do you think about Dan Bongino? Never mind, I already know that answer.
Who the hell is Dan
What'd you think
Crenshaw?
about that one, Amanda?
Who?
I don't know who that is. Oh, J1, you know that's not going to happen not for a while. If there's ever a president again.
I
You
hope,
know,
I
long
hope
live
Andy
the
Bashir.
king.
I hope Andy Bashir runs.
Or Kamala Harris, right? Maybe, hopefully.
No, she won't run again. I don't think. I
No.
could be wrong.
Camilla's not a strong person to be president.
What up? What up?
No money.
Who's that? Hey,
What
Money,
up,
what's
Hey,
up?
everybody?
Monty, how's it going? Did
Hey,
you take
man, this
a
is
nap?
me, J1.
Did you
I just
power
got up
nap?
a little. I just woke up a little while ago. I woke up at like 7 o'clock and I went back to sleep.
Power napping.
Yeah,
And then I got to get up in the morning again.
AC, you can come up if you want. What you got to do in the morning?
I got to bring my cousin's car in. He got to get an oil change. And he's too lazy to wake up in the morning.
Oh.
He said, pay me $50 to drive it to
Why do you
Queens.
got to do it? Oh.
He's too lazy to wake up in the
Okay, there
morning.
you go then.
Well, I told him no. Once he offered me the money, I said, I bet. Got you.
No doubt, brother. No doubt.
A quick $50 to drive 20 minutes, I'll do it.
I was looking for money in my purse
AC,
earlier.
you're welcome to come up, sweetheart.
We have at the cancer center, we have valets, but they're a separate company, and if you want them to park your car and you don't have to walk a mile, then it's $10, and then I always tip them. And so I was thinking, oh gosh, I got to go by the ATM tomorrow on the way to the hospital. And I looked at my purse and I found $25, y'all. So there's some good news. I found $25.
Perfect.
All
That shit worked out
right.
perfect.
So, don't you have handicapped areas out in front of your cancer center?
They do, hun, but it's still quite a bit of a ways. I mean, it's closer than what it would be to
Oh.
park on the other part of the parking deck, but remember I have a fractured, I mean, obviously you're looking at it right now. So I have a fractured tibial plate.
Yeah.
So I try to minimize as much walking as possible. I mean, I could have transport come and get me and put me in a wheelchair, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So unless, I'm gravely in a situation. So, and I just call transport directly. I don't even ask them, somebody else to do it. I have their direct number and they'll page them and they ask where your location is. So, but I'm definitely wearing my mask tomorrow because there'll be a lot of people with a lot of germs around and I cannot afford to get something.
I have a question for Christine and Amanda. Quick. We'll start with Amanda. Lately, the Republicans have been going on TV, right? And they keep on
Honey,
saying that. Oh,
I can't hear
You're,
you.
you're from a distance, Jonathan. You need
oh,
to
you hear me
come
now?
closer.
You hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, we can hear you now.
Republicans keep going on TV and they keep saying that we have to follow the Arkansas Medicaid model. What is that?
Oh, the only thing I can think of. Let me think here a minute.
That's what they're saying a
Okay,
lot
so
now.
yeah. Well, let me explain. So Sarah Huckabee Sanders signed something. I guess it's been about 2 or 3 weeks ago, where she's making a work requirement for people on Medicaid. Well, here's the kicker: a majority of people on Medicaid in this state already fucking work. Okay, so there's that, and then the other part. So you either have to work so many hours a week, or you have to volunteer so many hours a week, or you have to be enrolled in school, or you have to have a health condition that would preclude you from doing all of those things. Well, I have the health condition, I qualify. I mean, I only get Part B paid anyway, but what was I going to say? And I already volunteer, so she can get fucked. She can get fucked.
And then the second question, maybe you Amanda can answer it too. The Republicans keep saying we gotta forget about traditional Medicare. We gotta focus on investing or supporting more Medicare Advantage.
Well, they want to privatize it, okay? And like, yeah, you've heard me say before that I helped my friend who has stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I manage her Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, all the things, because she's not doing well.
Shoot. Amanda, I'm going to
Huh?
cut you just for a second. So, Sarah, whatever her name is, Huckabee Sanders or whatever, she's submitting a waiver on behalf of the state of Arkansas to allow them to implement a work requirement for all able-bodied working age recipients of
That's
Arkansas
what
Medicaid.
I just said. Yeah.
So, yeah, so basically working age. So that means our elderly will be safe. Well, I don't know. Now they're saying 66 years and 10 months. Because honestly, you do have a lot of children on it. You have a lot of single parents on it, and you have your elderly on it.
Well,
Who's
let me
working?
tell you, Arkansas lowered the age by which kids can work. You can be 13 now and fucking work.
Okay, but you can't expect a 13-year-old to go work.
They do.
Well, I
I'm
wouldn't.
serious.
That's ridiculous. She wants 13-year-olds to go to work.
And AR Home is part of Medicaid expansion. Yeah, it used to be called AR Works, and they revamped it and did AR home. But that's the official thing. But yeah, that's exactly what I told you. And if you look in the stuff she signed, you either have to volunteer, you have to work, or you have to be enrolled in school, or have a health condition that precludes you from working or doing any of those things. So, I mean, I do a reading program. I go to the high school or to the elementary school, wherever they want me to go. Because I used to teach reading, obviously, and it's just a couple hours a week. So
So she claims that there are 90,000 Medicaid recipients that have no jobs.
Yeah.
Where's she getting that pool of them from? Oh, welcome back, Summer. Sorry, didn't see you there, hon.
Oh, it's okay. I'm on my way to my last set of buildings.
Well, please put a rock in
Your
the
last
door.
set? Wow.
I'm going to. Don't worry. I have to do the first building, and then I go to the one that I got locked out of. So I will be having you guys on with me because this is my first time by myself after all that shit.
We got you. We got you.
Make sure
I know
your
where
phone
you're
is
at.
in your
We got
pocket.
you.
Put a brick in the door.
At least it's not freezing though, so I'm good on that aspect. It feels great tonight, actually.
So, back to the Medicaid thing, the expectation is the other states are going to follow suit, is what one of the state senators told me the other day, who's a Democrat, by the way.
Oh, I mean, Arkansas model is spreading?
Yes, it's
Uh,
going to be, yes. She has
So,
been
you know,
working with Trump about it.
this has been mentioned by Trump, and I really don't have a problem with this. Okay, Medicaid maybe a little different, but I may be able to get with it. Depends, but for like housing and EBT and all that, putting them on for 2 years, you're not giving them a handout, you're giving them a hand up, and in 2 years, you have 2 years that the government has helped paying to get you this hand up. You should be able to organize and get your life a little bit together to where you can get off of government funding. And
Well, I'll say this. I think that'll work with housing, but it scares me to do a 2-year limit on housing and then putting somebody and saying, okay, you also have to do food and all this other stuff, because just housing alone is going to be really hard. And I think giving them a 2-year limit on that, I think that'll be good. But I think that after that, I still think you should be able to get, a little bit of insurance, a little bit of food assistance, not cash assistance, but food assistance, to be able to help. Because with the food and the insurance, as most people know, that's one of the biggest setbacks that you can have. So I think 2 years off of housing, and then maybe, I don't know. I mean, food and insurance, I don't give a shit how long somebody's on that, to be honest with you. Not cash, but food. Difference.
Honest, I mean, right. And like here in Florida, and I love this, anybody under the age of 21, if they're in school, and I think it goes up to 26 if they're still in college, they qualify for like, if it's not Medicaid, it's called Sunshine Kids or something like that. And if you don't qualify for Medicaid because you make too much, you pay $25 to get health insurance a month. It's a good deal.
Cheap.
Yeah,
For
that's good.
25 or 25. That's 1 kid, 10 kids.
Yeah, I think now see something like that I'm cool with, because I think that's the person's still pouring into themselves. You know what I mean? And $25 when somebody that has a fixed income that's just learning how to, because sometimes like I was talking, when me and you were talking, Christine, some of this stuff is generational, right? Like my mama grew up my mom didn't grow up in the projects, but my mom raised all of us in the projects and shelters, and if it wasn't for me making the decisions that I made, I mean everybody else until they were here recently were in the projects. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that having, some people it can be a generational thing because it's just what and it's easy and it's, whatever, this bunch of bullshit. for failure is what it is to keep you stuck. Because if you can grow and you can see that you can actually be independent and actually do this shit, like some of us that took those risks, then I think that'll break that generational. But yeah, insurance and food, I think that, I don't have an issue with people getting food till the day they die. And insurance, shit, let everybody pay $25. Shit, I'm cool with that.
Well,
I'll pay $25 to get insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me also add
Oh,
too.
you and me both.
This was a concession on the part of the Democrats and the Republicans in my state, because she has tried very hard to get rid of Medicaid expansion. Republicans in other states have already managed to get rid of it. Florida obviously doesn't have Medicaid expansion. They want it gone.
Florida don't have it. Yep. Florida got rid of it.
And so this is a concession because she got such pushback that, she said, hey, okay, we can keep it, but if we do this, and then the next thing they're going to go after is, SSI. I mean, again, if you have a health issue and you can't work, then that's a little bit different situation.
I was going to say that because the Black Shadows comment. Somebody that's on disability or an elderly person, I think that those programs should be meant for those people. I think able-bodied people that aren't on disability and stuff like that, then yeah, I think there should be a limit to it, because I think that we can get stuck in self-doubt because that's all we know. Now, somebody that's disabled, and listen, just because, people might be mentally disabled, they might be 150 different reasons why they're disabled. But they're disabled. They're on SSI, which is a fixed income. So those programs for those rent assistants and shit like that, yeah, I think that veterans and elderly people should qualify for those programs. But anybody outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Get you some daycare and do what you need to do, baby.
You have to realize too, and let me just throw this out there. If someone is in a nursing home and they've done a spin down, and gotten rid of their assets and they're now getting Medicaid, they're on regular Medicaid. They're not on the AR home program. So it's not going to affect those individuals.
No, Trump was not. I'm sorry, Brenda.
And this has been done, okay, at the end of the pandemic. Sarah Huckabee Sanders said, okay, the pandemic is over. You know how they signed the stupid order or whatever, ending, people having access to a lot of different programs. Well, she booted off something like 88,000 kids. That's another reason. There was so much pushback. So.
Well, and I just want to Black Shadow, sweetie, I don't think Trump is the fix of anything. I grew up on public housing. I grew up, my sisters and us, all of us grew up. My whole family grew up on public housing, living in shelters and all that kind of shit. Now, again, I don't think anybody that's disabled, the elderly, whether they're in a nursing home or not, veterans, I think those people should always be able to, get the rent assist programs, because SSI and disability and shit like that, yeah, you're on a fixed income, and some people, they don't get the thousands of dollars. They only get $700-800 a month. You know what I mean? So those had that kind of situation, yeah, they should be able to go for rent assistance. But somebody that's 25 years old that is, you know what I'm saying, just living because they got, we got shit like me. I had a bunch of kids. I could be living in the projects and could still be living in the projects and have $12 a rent month. But, you know what I mean? Well, I'm a little different because I'm on disability. But you take my disability away, because I'm a person that is on disability. And that's, I don't know. I just think that there are certain people that can, you know what I'm saying, break that generational shit. And there's a lot of programs outside of fucking Trump. Well, I don't know if there'll be any more because of Trump's in office, but there were a lot of programs that were assistant with people helping getting housing as far as buying a house and shit like that. But yeah, I think that there are people that are on assistance that live in government housing that probably could find a place.
So I wanted to, I
And hold
looked
on,
it
I
up
want to
at
address
the,
one more thing real quick. Noelle, I'm glad you got in trouble with your parents. The things that you were doing was not okay. You going around flashing people your breast is not safe for you, and it is not okay. And if I was your parent, you would not be on this internet shit. Because if I found out my child was doing that, and I don't give a fuck how old they are, you would not be on the internet. You don't know. You don't need to work. You don't need to do anything. If I was your mom, honey, the last place you would be is in this chat.
Amen, girl.
So I'm glad that your parents found out, because you flashing yourself can get a predator to get you and hurt you. And I know you may not all the way understand that, but also you're not slow. So I mean, I get you got some issues, but you can't be doing that shit. That's very, very dangerous.
Is that the real Noelle?
yeah.
I mean, I don't know,
Yeah.
but if it is or it isn't, I'm going to sit here and tell her what I need to say.
Well, she's in back with her camera on, but I've not let her up.
I'm sorry, Noelle, but you're not, hold on, Amanda. You are not allowed on my panels because you are going around showing everybody your breast. You tried to porn bomb me twice. Not happening. Personally, I think you need to get off fucking internet. And if you don't, I'm going to call your parents.
Yeah, I kicked her from the back.
Yeah, she did good on a panel in the drama community yesterday, but we were all telling the host, don't let her up, don't let her up, don't let her up.
Dude, it's just I don't know where she got this starting to flash everybody shit, but like her parents, and no, I did not call her parents, but do her parents need to know about it? 100% they do. Because she can get herself fucking hurt that way.
I agree.
Yes, she can.
So
There are
for
too many
safety of my
predators
channel
out
and
there.
for her, she's not getting on my panel and flashing people.
So when we were talking about Medicaid, DeSantis redid our Medicaid thing, and here I have it. As of September 2024, about 1.9 million people in Florida lost Medicaid coverage.
I believe it.
I agree with that,
Because
Black
he redid
Shadow. And that's why sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. That's why I'm irritated with Trump, because I don't feel like he's doing anything for American people. He's worried about overseas and this and that and solving wars and all this other fucking shit. And he ain't doing anything. I mean, well, they're gaslighting everybody saying, oh, we're going to send everybody a $5,000 check. Trump never said that. He never said that.
Nope. Nope.
Elon sat there was playing with the idea, but it doesn't work like that. And if you understand the deficit we're in and all this other shit, they're not giving nobody a $5,000 check, not this year anyway. It'd be government suicide to do some shit like that. We really will be in a fucking recession. But then again, I don't know. Maybe he'll do that shit just to get everybody stuck again.
If you're claiming fraud, waste, and abuse, and you're closing down all these agencies because you need the money, then
Right.
I sure as hell better not get a $5,000 check. I'm just saying.
It's a mess, dude. So no, I don't think Trump by any way, shape, or form is the answer. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think that Kamala would have been the answer either, because I think some of these issues we would have still had no matter what. And that's the fucked up thing about this, right? Because the government on both sides has fucked the American people over so bad. That's why we're in this situation. It's not a Republican, it's not a Democrat, it's both of them. Because it seems like every 4 to 8 years, we have one of them in office. And then all they're doing is pulling apart everything the other person did, and they're all doing the same shit. That's what people have to start fucking understanding. Stop with this right and left shit, man. That's why they keep fucking winning. Because we keep falling for their narcissistic gaslighting bullshit. So until we do that, and the American people actually come together as one, get used to being the country's bitch, because that's all we're going to be.
But and I don't know how much I agree, and I'll be honest, I probably don't agree. He thinks that Trump needs to start freezing those rents. Nobody can afford those. So you're taking from one group of people who have worked hard, invested, to give to another. Now, I'm all for giving. But isn't the American way is to invest and prosper
Some people can't.
and
Some people can't do
save?
that, Christine. But that's what you have to
Well, and I
understand. There's a
understand that,
whole
and it's like,
population. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, you broke up. I didn't hear you, sweetheart.
I was just saying there's a whole population of people right now, and actually more than probably what there ever's been, that they can't, like me and my husband, we can't invest. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Curtis does his little investing stuff or whatever, but in all reality, we really don't have the money to do that. You know what I mean? I mean, now granted, and he's lost his ass a couple times, you know, but I mean, he's been doing all right here right recently, but a lot of people just don't have the finances because they're paycheck for paycheck. If something happens, well, they're fucked. You know what I mean? So it's like, you want people, America, not you, wants people to save and shit, but like they haven't created an atmosphere for that kind of stuff to really truly be effective for a very long time. I mean, like,
Oh yeah, it's
Clinton.
it's been at
If
least
that.
15, 20 years. Yeah, it's been 15 to 20 years since people have been able to save.
And well, and you know, Black Shadow, to be honest with you, unfortunately, with them criminalizing homelessness, they already know what it's going to be. I strongly believe that a lot of this has already been written, you know, like no matter, and that's why it gets frustrating. It gets frustrating in the work that I do because it's just like I'm seeing more and more families, dude. I'm seeing middle class families homeless with their children and shit like that. Like, and it's just, and then on top of that, our country, not just a state, but our country has criminalized homelessness. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's going to get real before it gets better. So, and I think that if people don't learn how to take care of each other, we're going to be way worse off than we realize we are now. So, it's going to get interesting, in my opinion. Last fucking, oh my God, I got this one and the little one. Just fucking over it. Yeah,
Oh
exactly,
God! So
Marcy.
Jamie's got to spend the night in Charlotte.
What?
He's got to spend the night in
crazy.
Charlotte. There's not a flight out till morning. I know he has been flying all day. He left Louisville,
I was
went
gonna
to
say he did
Chicago.
better just
Something was wrong
driving
with the
down in the
flight.
car and driving home.
That's what I said. It would have been better just renting a car. You'd be home by now. Poor kid. He is so exhausted. Sorry, I didn't mean to change that.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh my goodness. He texts me, he goes, I got my hotel room. I'll be home in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, kid.
Well, luckily for the most part, a lot of this weather is gonna be roughing up, so
There's
we might get one more.
there's things going on with the plane. Well, it looks like there's a system coming next week.
Yeah, that's what they keep saying, but I'm rebuking it in the name of Jesus.
No system next week. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I just don't think what's happening now are the answers. That's for sure.
No. Do I think that there needs to be a
I
government
think if anybody
overhaul?
would
I do.
have the answers,
I believe there should be a government overhaul. I just don't.
Sure.
I just don't think this is the way to do it. And how do I people, well, how should we do it, Summer? I don't know.
No, I don't have the answers either. I don't know. And the thing that's happening, how many millions are going to lose their jobs because of this Doge? Just asking.
I don't know. It's sad though. I know a lot of people that have lost their job. I'm always looking for snacks.
You know, and they say living wage. Well, you got snacks.
Yeah. Oh,
I know I see in my area when they try to do affordable housing, it's a NIMBY, not in my backyard. We're having a lot of problems with that here. A lot of problems. And I know several counties, like in Florida, they don't want the federal money because they don't want to have Section 8 homes. Now there are several apartments that are income based, but I think there's maybe a handful of Section 8 in the 2 counties, and that's crazy. J1, you still with us?
Yes. How you doing? Oh,
So what do you think's going on with all this? What do you think about housing?
housing? Yeah, it's expensive, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Christine. I don't know. How did they fix the housing? It wasn't like a housing problem in the 60s or 50s and 60s, and LBJ created public housing. Remember, right? He created projects, right?
Created what housing?
Also,
Well,
I mean, public housing, right? In a
well, I
LBJ
think that's
created
when Section 8 came into play.
Section 8, yeah, and
Black Shadow, you are welcome to join us. I mean, sorry, J1. Black Shadow, you have a lot of good thoughts and a lot of good conversation. Why don't you ever join us? I won't hurt you. Come on panel. Right, Marcy? Marcy, you can come on panel. You have a lot of good things to say too. And I mean, you're going through what the American people are going through, especially with all this Medicaid and insurance and everything. We're all going through. I know I'm going through it. Not Medicaid, but insurance issues. It's just crazy.
and I just want to say to our late night crew, we will be doing the other panel here in just a little bit. I just want to get closer to being able to let people up and down and shit. Everybody's like, it's such a serious panel tonight. I'm like, yeah, because we're on Hot Mess. We're gonna go to Talk Your Ass in just a little bit, guys.
Yeah. I was gonna say I can start it if you want me to.
Yeah, we can if you want. It doesn't matter to me. I'm almost done with this one.
Okay, we're gonna end here. Okay, and I'm fine staying up and letting them up and down. as
Look,
needed.
Canada's like, thank you. I want a non-serious panel. I see you, baby. I know you weren't complaining. You've been holding tight for almost 4 hours. Y'all been doing really good. I know y'all want
Well, I
y'all laid back
appreciate
bullshit
it.
panel.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just heard you, so
Well, you know, sometimes we gotta have them.
Well, yeah, that's why it's good. That's why
Sorry,
I
honey,
still
go
like
ahead.
to come over here. We can have our serious conversation and shit over here about politics and all that. And then, on the other one, we can talk about whatever, but it's just a little bit more laid back to where, the night owls don't have to
Okay.
behave as much.
So right. So right, you don't have to behave now, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, I am going to end this. Give me a moment and I will start a fun channel. Okay. Better show up. Let's see y'all in a bit. Jonathan, come over to the other channel.